The #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
iHeartRadio brings the 2024 Paris Olympics straight to your car. Plug in the iHeartRadio app to your car's dashboard and listen to NBC's 24/7 live play-by-play coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen now on the totally free iHeartRadio app.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Watch for a crash North Lake Boulevard at Military Trail and Boynton Beach Boulevard at Military Trail. An earlier crash southbound 95 at Woolbright Road, now on the right shoulder. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Welcome back to the, to the show that we're doing right now.
Wake up, fool! You really gonna be abnormal after this show.
I'm laughing like a ventriloquist dummy.
You are.
This show has become very, very silly.
Sounds like a fun crew.
Is that a real show?
No, it's somebody's making a joke. Forget it.
Best show we've ever done, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to get it.
It's showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yeah, it's the Penthouse on a Friday. Are you jacked up? You better be, baby, because football is back. And the over came in last night, so yes, we're out of the gate strong and hard, and that's what everybody likes, strong and hard. We got a lot for you today. Hope you can handle it. Put in your mouthpiece. We got a big giveaway at 11:45, and it's Imagine Dragons.
12:45.
Is it Imagine Dragons?
And you are correct with that, yes.
All
The
right.
Imagine Dragons part.
What was I saying the other day?
Magic Dragons.
Oh, Magic, Imagine,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking.
It's 12:45. We got Greek Misspeak, Spin the Wheel. We got a lot of stuff coming at you, so be careful. Put in your chin strap.
Be careful.
And your mouthpiece. And he's back from Jersey with some information for us about New Jersey and everything. Jimmy, great to see you. Hope you had a great trip.
Hello, and good morning. Happy to be back and got a couple stories that we can share in a couple minutes. But
Cool.
Yeah, doing good.
And, of course, she's here. It's a Friday. Thank God. My God, it's the worst day of the week for me because I don't see her on Saturday and Sunday. But hello, Francis.
Hi, hello, what's going on? Nice to have the whole crew back together again.
Here we go.
Yes. Dominic did a great job.
He
Want to
did.
thank him. And he's happy today because he won money last night. And he had the over, so he was very happy. And he got a big break because he bet the over, and the Hard Rock paid that. Now, if you had the Bears last night, you got screwed because the NFL games have to go at least 55 minutes. And that game last night went 44. So a lot of people are angry, but a lot of people are happy.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people are happy
No
because if
kidding.
you had the Texans, you were losing that game. I selected the Bears and the over, but it still worked out. But it was more about winning than winning money. You know what I mean? It's more about that.
Yeah, of course.
It's more about that.
Yeah.
It's more about that.
Yeah.
It's better to hold the door to let somebody in the car than drive away. So, Jimmy, how was Jersey?
Jersey was good. It was nice to get up there, see my brother. We had great weather up there. It was warm, but I mean, it is July, even up there. It does get warm. So the weather was really perfect. We got very little rain, a little bit of rain at night here or there, but not much to speak of. And had a great, so we went up on Saturday evening, and Sunday we played around the golf with the guys at the fire department and my brother.
Oh, that's nice.
So we all were able to spend like all the whole day together, which was great. And I hacked up the course up there pretty good. But
you haven't played golf in a while, right?
What's that?
You haven't played golf in a while?
I've never been a golfer.
I know.
I've played maybe 10 times in my life. So this was just but you know what? I thought I'd do worse than I did. So we had a real good time there.
Good.
Afterwards, we had like a kind of a late lunch, early dinner type buffet afterwards. And, got to tell some old stories.
Love it.
So spent the most of the day there. And then Monday, same thing. Just, kind of drove around looking at, all the places growing up and the schools and everything to see what's different. And there isn't much different up there.
I wanted to tell you, bring me back and tell her, but I don't want to bother you.
They don't change too much up there. But we had a good time. And then we after that on Tuesday we went out to Pennsylvania.
Oh wow!
And spent time with the grandkids. So that was
nice.
great. Wednesday we went up to a place. Actually, came back to Jersey. There's a small amusement park called Land of Make Believe.
I've heard of that.
And we took the kids there.
That's nice.
And
Never heard of it.
was
So
great.
it's roller coasters, everything. Or?
Yep.
Cool.
But again, small ones for the kids. It's
Okay.
it's perfect for them because they're 8 years and 6 years old. So the rides are just for them.
Yeah, that's how Legoland is here in Florida.
Yeah,
it's more for smaller age kids. Yes,
exactly. And so we had a great time with the kids there. Santa was there. We got to go up and see Santa.
Santa was there.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
Well, I
awesome.
guess Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
There you go.
Yep.
Santa must have been hot in that suit.
Well, Santa's area, that building was air conditioned, so Santa was
got
okay.
it.
Yep.
So he was okay.
So he was doing good. But and they also have the other side is a water park. With it,
okay.
right? So it's all in one. They got some, the rapids type of
Yeah,
rides.
nice.
The log flume type thing.
Okay.
So we had a good time. It was great.
Anything with Sopranos? You see anybody?
No.
Any wise guy report?
No. Newark Airport. I mean, if anybody hasn't been up there in a while and you're from the Jersey area, they have. I'd say they look like they're almost completely done with the construction that they're doing there.
Yeah.
And they've done a wonderful job. It's a very easy airport to navigate now, even going in and out. Now, the one thing, I didn't drive to the terminals because I rented a car.
Yeah.
So I went back to the car rental area. But even that, so well, the signs were everywhere and easy to find everything. Navigating through the airport now, and it's nice and clean and everything is new. They were still doing a little bit of construction on the new terminal area where JetBlue is. It looks like they added on to Terminal A.
Yeah, JetBlue's got a new terminal. I know that.
It's just it's an offshoot from A. So again, very nice restaurant there. The only bad part is we had a delay coming back. We had about a 4-hour delay.
I think everybody has to deal with delays. I think a lot of excuses are being made, but I really think they're still playing catch up from what happened. And I know there's been delays because same thing. My flights were delayed a few times. We were ready to leave, and then they were like, "Oh, the route that we have to go. Now we realize we need more gas." So they had to bring a few more things. Wow. Then another flight was like, "Oh, there's paint chips on the nose of the plane. We might have some radar issues, so we got to have." It was just the weirdest. It was just the weirdest paint excuses.
I would have bailed.
But
we have no more mustard.
There was paint chip, but then it became a radar issue because of the paint chips on the nose of the plane, and it was just like. And then they had an engineer come fix it, but then the engineer fixed the wrong side, so they had to come back and fix it again. I was like, "How about we just not go on this plane?"
Yeah. Maybe get another one.
Yeah, when you hear that, I think a couple times, sometimes in your mind, you're like, should I be going? There's that possibility, and we've all been there. Whereas, one time I was going back up to Jersey, it was 11 o'clock a flight, and there were so many problems in the plane. I was like, can I get off? And I didn't because they wouldn't let you. But the whole time up there, I'm like, man, should I even be on this? when you keep hearing stuff like that.
Well, for us, it was just they said they quote unquote blamed it on weather, and it was everybody. It wasn't just us. So I know it wasn't like, well, maybe it's they're storming in West Palm, but it had nothing to do with that. It was everybody. Okay. The pilot, he got on and he's kind of hemming and hawing a little bit, trying to make it sound like maybe air traffic control isn't quite as staffed as they need to be. I had a feeling it was more like that, but the problem was we were already out there for an hour and a half, and they can only stay out there for I think it's 3 hours is the new limit or whatever that they have. So what he did is he came back because he had to get more gas. We didn't have enough gas at that point because we were already waiting that long. And so we went back to the gate and he allowed passengers to get off and onto just the rampway, right? That goes down to the plane because then they can reset the clock to 3 hours. So, and then we got back on, and I don't know, it ended up being about a 4-hour delay total. But, then we took off and got home. We just got home real late. I wasn't expecting to get home that late, but that's all right. We'll survive that. But otherwise, it was an uneventful trip with no other problems, and it was all good. So we had a great time.
Good to hear. Glad you got to spend time with family.
Yeah.
Great job. All right, so we got to spin the wheel.
All right, so let me get the wheel back out. I'll dust this baby off. It's been a little while, and Franny, you're going to go up first?
Yeah, but I've been waiting for this. Let's do it.
Well, here we go.
Yanking it.
Oh, what?
You heard me.
Number 124. Here we go, kids.
This is your Greek Mystique
I would just say one thing the first time, and then I would say something the second time.
Really?
Oh, my God. Please, I'm asking the man upstairs. Give me a break. Jet-o-wee. Jet-o-wee.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Step into the penthouse, bend your head, and say hi.
Hello.
Mahomes last night, for the first time, he looked a little off-censored.
It's false. No way.
Hats off to everybody in Melbourne. God bless. Meshi Mata. Joe Biden, our president now, works out all the time on one of these bikes, a Pentatron.
Durable design starts with Pentatron.
It's like putting a bow on a Christmas gift. He makes it pa-pa-pa-pia.
I mean, I watch the news. I know you guys are getting schmack.
Excuse me, what?
Because I want to know who I'm talking to so I can give the advice. It's better for me to give advice on turkeys when I see who I'm looking at.
You look like a whore.
That was a good one. 124? That was awesome.
124.
That was awesome. So the Olympics are going on, in case you didn't know, and we're kicking ass with medals.
Kicking ass.
What are they? Olympics.
But like everything else, when there's something big going on, people at work seem to be a little bit distracted. Final Four, other sports events, the Kardashians, Ben and J-Lo, stuff like that.
The important stuff in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So, Franny, I know you got something about people saying, hey, they're hurting their work ability.
Yeah, they're saying that because of the Olympics. The NBC Boast Olympics broadcast is what they're saying is hurting U.S. workplace productivity. And I'm not really surprised. Peacock's viewership has already surpassed streaming for Beijing and Tokyo combined.
Really?
Yes, yes. And isn't that interesting? Because that is a streaming service and already it has. But they said if you've uprooted your daily life to watch it, you are not alone. They said during a press call for the event, NBC Universal executives revealed that international competition has been disrupting the American workday. They said the viewership figures, as you can see, America's captivated by what's going on. So there's a lack of productivity in a lot of workplaces. And I love how they say, and we're here for it. They said that we set this goal very early on to make sure that America is unproductive all day long. Nice. And this is the president and executive producer for NBC Olympics production. So they want to make sure that we're not productive.
Yeah, so if you're not getting anything from Amazon or maybe packages or you're trying to get something fixed and you're like, what the hell's going on? That's why.
Yeah, they said that they did some research on their viewership. So it was legit. And they said 1 in 4 said their work productivity is declining during the Olympics. 2 out of 3 people say that the Olympics provide an escape, and half say that they're changing their daily routines just so they can watch the Olympics.
Yeah, I believe it. It's on, all day, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, the other thing is the ratings are up so much because in 2020 was the COVID year, so it was really not much going on.
Well, no, but they moved it.
Did they move it?
Yeah.
They said the ratings for 2020 were terrible.
But it was 2021 was when they moved to Tokyo. They had to call it because that was technically when it was supposed to be.
Okay.
But it was, yes, they pushed the Olympics.
Yeah, but they said those ratings were terrible.
Okay.
Considered now they're up supposedly 77%. which is great. And I think it also puts everybody together because, like, when you're watching a football game or any sports event, there's people on one side or the other. It just seems obviously everybody's rooting for USA, and they get excited. And I've been out and about when they do well, or, whether it's soccer, swimming, gymnastics, anything, people get jacked up. The woman won yesterday. But they didn't cover, but they did win.
Yeah, so did that. Was really cool, and it was cool to see how emotional they were. If you watch any of the rowing, the Team USA men.
I saw that. Yeah, they won.
Yep, they won, and I think it was their first since 1960 Rome Olympics.
Really?
Yeah,
that long, huh?
That they did. So yeah, very, very cool.
And of course, Simone is just crushing
Gold
it, absolutely crushing it. Yeah.
I'm not surprised. She's incredible.
She's so fun to watch. She is such a fun athlete to watch.
I think I gotta look, but I think we are doing very well. But I think we're only second right now in medals. U.S. I think China is leading us.
Really?
I think they're currently still first as far as medal tally.
Gold.
Just tally.
I think they have more gold. We have more medals overall. They have more gold medals.
Okay, I thought they said medal tally that they were up, but you could be right.
Well, again, we got another week and change, so hopefully we can be number one and win, and hopefully we get a lot more medals. But people are watching it. That's good. I mean, all around.
I can't wait for breakdancing.
No, when is that? When is breakdancing?
Breaking is going to happen, I believe, this next week. I heard August something. I got to look. But
now, who's in that? Kevin Hart?
How did you know?
Beyonce?
He's leading it off.
Jerry Seinfeld. He's going to be the one representing USA.
Yeah, somebody let me know because this is what I'm looking forward to. And unfortunately, because doing this, a lot of stuff goes on during the day, so I haven't really been able to watch a lot of the gymnastic stuff. So when I got home, volleyball was going on, and we had some rowing. So it's nice that you could get to go back and look at highlights.
It's great. The volleyball court is beautiful, right where it is. I mean, you got the tower behind it. I was talking about yesterday, my buddy Buddha's daughter's there. She said it's just breathtaking to be in that stadium and have that whole scenery, which is great.
Sure. Have you? Did you watch any of Katie Ledecky? How she totally annihilated her competition during the 1500 meter freestyle swim?
I mean, I saw.
Yeah.
When I was
she was just waiting for them to show up.
When I was in the airport yesterday, I was able to watch a little bit on one of the screens up there when I was grabbing some lunch. Other than that, I didn't watch much TV while I was away, so I didn't. You catch a little bit of news here and there. You get whatever a little bit of social media I was on. You could see, of course, all the controversial crap that's always making headlines and all that stuff.
Over social, yes.
Yeah, of course. But other than that, I didn't really watch too much until I saw that, and then I saw a bunch of Simone doing her floor routine and the uneven bars.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of catch-up since I got back to just checking out highlights. But Katie Ledecky is pretty amazing, too, if you're into swimming. She won her 13th medal, so that's the most ever for a female Olympian.
Wow. I thought I saw something this morning, like 2 seconds faster than second place or something like that, a second and a half faster. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, she's great.
Well, I'm glad they're doing well. I'm glad the ratings are up for everybody, so NBC's making a ton of money.
Only thing that people aren't happy about is if you own a business.
Yeah.
Well, more people have it on their phones, right? Peacock or something like that, where if you didn't have a television at work, you didn't watch it at work.
You're right.
And now it's so much more available. The streaming services that people have, and it's right there in their palm of their hand. So I'm not surprised that the ratings are up. I'm still kind of curious how they can tell. Well, I shouldn't. They can tell where you are at any moment at any time. So I guess there's an easy way to track people streaming, whatever it is, whatever with that or the Olympics or anything else.
Yeah, I mean, for everybody, like I said, it's consuming them right now, which is great. We should support our country and cheer for them. And like I said, it's nice for everybody's getting along.
But it is interesting, too, how many people didn't seem like they were interested in the Olympics before they started happening.
Of course.
Right?
And then it goes on.
And that's including Matt, my husband. He was just like, there's not really anything I really like in the Olympics. And now when I get home, he's like, are you going to put on the Olympics? Now he's so glued to it.
You get hyped up.
You do.
You get caught in the whole...
You want to represent and you want to support our country. 47142 started off with Real Radio, says, good to hear the whole crew back. Welcome back, Jimmy. We have in the text line.
Oh, thank you.
And then our buddy Anthony wants to know, is it too early to put a Peloton on my Christmas list?
No, it's never too early.
It's never too early.
No.
Ask
Actually,
early, you never know.
Yeah, get somebody to buy it for you so they can cross it off their list.
That's right. And tell them that. Say, I picked you to buy this for me.
And they'll be like, what's a Peloton?
Look it up. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. We got a lot coming at you today. And big win last night. We'll talk about that in the trifecta. Also, we have This Day in History. And Franny's got a scenario, Am I a Jerk? So much more coming at you. Put on your chin strap and your baby oil. We'll be back.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
It was April 10th, 1912, that the British liner RMS Titanic set sail from England.
Oh, damn.
Oh, were you like 10?
No, I was not alive when the Titanic set sail, nor when it crashed. But I do know, based on
Days later.
Thanks for clarifying.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. September 20th and 21st.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Starting Monday, listen for your chance to be there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Watch for a crash North Lake Boulevard at Military Trail and Boynton Beach Boulevard at Military Trail. An earlier crash southbound 95 at Wallbright Road, now on the right shoulder. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale and clearance. Save up to 60% on a wide selection of quality mattresses at every price. Plus, score a free adjustable base with a qualifying purchase. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm today.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's baseball season, and you know what's coming? Football season, college and pro. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal sports book. Easy sign-up, fast deposits and withdrawals, PayPal, Venmo, cards, and more. Hundreds of prop bets, parlays, live play-by-play betting across every sport. You can bet from anywhere in the state of Florida. If you're betting, there's only one place to bet, the Hard Rock app. Peace.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Sheriff Rick Bradshaw with an important message. Hurricane season is here again, and I urge everyone to stay vigilant. Pay close attention to local weather updates and ensure your hurricane kits are prepared with the essentials that you need, like water, food, and medications. Remember, your safety is our priority, but let's stay safe together.
Hey, it's Megan from iHeartRadio, and I get a ton of questions about Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach and their incredible offers. So in case you had any questions, I'm here to help. Someone messaged me asking if Greenway Kia takes trade-ins. Yes, yes, and yes. You can even get up to $6,000 for your trade. Someone else asked, Megan, what if I still owe on my car? Glad you asked, because no matter how much you owe on your trade-in, Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach will pay off 100% of the balance on your trade. And if you're a little short on cash for your new Kia, don't let that stop you either, because they'll work within your financial guidelines, and their on-site lenders will do everything to fit your budget. And yes, Greenway Kia also offers incredible deals on leases. That means you can drive around in a brand new Kia every 2 to 3 years with a low deposit and low payments. And before you ask about your credit situation, you can actually get pre-qualified online without it affecting your score. But only with my friends at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800 new Kias today or check them out online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com and tell them Megan sent you. We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Credit affects down payment and approval terms. Negative equity refinance offers don't combine.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life.
For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. We'll see some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid highs in the low 90s. We've got a heat advisory in effect. That heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through your Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, the $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal will leave you and your wallet full. Grab a bacon cheeseburger and order of regular fries, a drink, and a sundae for a whole lot of happy. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Hey there, folks. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes here from the Amy and TJ podcast.
That's right. We are bringing you the tea from Paris every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, tea from Paris. I don't know if we're married to that name, but the point is, we'll tell you what's going on. We'll tell you what's hot, what's not.
Bottom line, everything you need to know that's going on in Paris during the 2024 games, you're going to get it from us.
Listen to Amy and TJ on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Amy and TJ and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is The Penthouse on a Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day. We'll get you ready later in the show. We'll give you a couple things that maybe you want to do this weekend, and one of them might be buying an umbrella, but we'll hope for not. We got a big giveaway at 12:45 and so much more, and some more Greek misspeaks. Jimmy's back from vacation. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And, of course, Francis is here.
Hey, hey.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, football is back, the Hall of Fame game, so we are jacked up about that. Bears ended up winning 21-17 but the game got ended in the third quarter. So if you had the Bears last night, you got totally screwed. A game has to go 55 minutes for it to be official. But they ended up winning, and the game went over, and we were preaching the over. So there you go. Women's basketball team, they won 87-74 over Belgium. Marlins this weekend are playing Franny's team, Atlanta Braves. Yankees will be home. They're hosting Toronto. And the Mets are out west playing the Angels. And that is your first Greeks trifecta. Now over to Jimmy for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Well, let's go back to 1876. We'll start there. 148 years ago today, Wild Bill Hickok was shot in the head from behind and killed while playing poker at a saloon in Deadwood, South Dakota.
That's not cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's terrible.
Right in the back of the head.
He was holding a pair of aces and eights, which has now become known as the dead man's hand.
Oh, wow.
And where was the place? Deadwood? Huh.
Yeah, Deadwood, South Dakota. How about that, huh? Little quinky dink. 132 years ago today, in 1892, the escalator was patented by George A. Wheeler. 103 years ago today, 1921, the notorious Black Sox scandal came to an end. The 8 players from the Chicago White Sox who were accused of fixing the 1919 World Series were acquitted by a jury in Chicago. But despite the acquittal, all 8 players were banned for life. 101 years ago today, 1923, Warren Harding became the 6th U.S. president to pass away in office. He died from a heart attack and was replaced by his vice president, Calvin Coolidge. There have only been 8 presidents to die in office, and 4 of them were assassinated. 55 years ago today, 1969, Bob Dylan surprised everyone by showing up to his 10-year high school reunion at the Moose Lodge in Hibbing, Minnesota.
Oh, my God.
Cool.
That'd be a shock.
Who's this guy? 41 years ago today, 1983, the House of Representatives voted to designate the third Monday in January a federal holiday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The bill was signed by President Reagan into law on November the 2nd. 25 years ago today, 1999, The Sixth Sense, starring Bruce Willis, premiered in Philadelphia.
Wow, that long ago, huh?
It only made $26.6 million in an opening weekend, too. It was considered a flop, but went on to, in the box office, for a total of $294 million when all was said and done. So I'd say it was a success.
Yeah, did okay.
Not bad. And finally, 6 years ago today, in 2018, Apple became the first American publicly listed company to reach $1 trillion in value. And that's what happened on this day, August 2nd, in our history.
Jimmy, great job. Thank you. August 2nd today, we're going to do a special shout out to my mom. It's her birthday.
Aw, yay.
Happy birthday, Jules.
Yeah, so I talked to her last night. She told me how much, through life I've disappointed her. And I said, I know, I try.
How'd you feel about that?
I feel great. She said, where's your selections with the females? She goes, I have always not been a fan of them. I said, I understand.
Why don't you let her pick one for you then?
That's what I said.
Right,
I said, why don't you pick one? She goes, there's a nice girl in my building. I said, how old is she? She said, 84.
Perfect.
That's what I said.
She can't run away.
That's what I said. I said, what is, I said, it's not important, but what does she drive?
Yeah, exactly. How much she make?
No, Jules, I know they're going to try to listen with my brother, so I want to say happy birthday. God bless. You are the best mom in the world, and everybody says this, but you are truly the best. I know my brother was so much easier, but I think God wanted me to be this way. At least with me, it never was boring. And there were certain words that she would say with me that she would never say to my brother. Can't repeat them on the radio, and some profanity.
Okay.
But we talked about it last night, and so happy birthday, and I'm going to try to get up there within the next week, and hopefully I can see her. She says, yeah, it's football season. You want to hang out with your friends. I'm not stupid. I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. Come on. And she goes, what's on right now? I said, the Bear game. 21-17.
How big of a TV you got now?
Oh, my God. She's got a nice-sized TV. She definitely does. Last time I was up there, we're broke, and she goes, you can't fix it. Let me call the repair guy. I said, no, I can't fix it. So we'll see what happens.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. God bless. So, Franny, you have a scenario. Am I a jerk?
I do. Yeah, before we get into that, just because we were doing a little Olympic talk, I don't know if you saw this story, which was really cool. There is an Olympian who is worried about paying her rent. Her name is Veronica Fraley. Are you familiar with this story?
No.
And yes, you should be excited, right? Because you are in the Olympics. But she said that besides solely being focused on her competition, she's expressed worry about having to pay her rent back home. She's spending time in Paris right now. Yeah. And they said that I compete in the Olympic Games and can't even pay my rent. My school only sent out about 75% of my rent while they pay, she said, they pay football players who haven't won anything enough to buy new cars and houses.
Yeah, it's because football brings in millions of dollars and your sport doesn't bring in anything.
And she said, when she was talking about this, and the comment immediately got attention of some high-profile celebrities too, in fact. Flavor Flav, who he's just been jumping in when Red Lobster was going, we're going bankrupt. I'll try to solely keep you in business. But Flavor Flav and Reddit founder, also Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but the two responded to her post telling him that, hey, we're going to cover your rent, so you don't have to think about it. Just think about the competition. Think about Olympics and do your thing. Don't make that face. This is a good story.
I'm not making a face.
You act like she's looking for a handout. She put it on Twitter, and two people decided, you know what, we're going to do this.
But isn't she looking for help? I mean, if she didn't want help, she wouldn't bring it out.
She made a comment like, hey, we don't get paid anything for the school, and here I am, an Olympian representing my country, and these football players who still haven't won anything yet are making money. That's the comment she made.
Well, she knows when she puts out a comment like that somebody's going to step up, which is nice that they did that, and they were very generous. But, I mean, again, when you're in the Olympics, they just don't get paid, but they get, sponsorships and stuff if it works out. Mm-hmm. It is hard. I mean, you're committing your whole life, a lot of them, 10, 12 years, and there might not be any reward. And it sucks, but somebody's going to step up when you put something out there. It's like you talk to somebody, you're like, oh, I really have a hard time paying my bills. If somebody's there, they'll be like, oh, can I help you? If you didn't put it out there, you don't know it. I'm not knocking her.
Well, especially the sport that she's in. She is a discus thrower. I think that's what I call it. Okay. I can't see them getting as much sponsorship opportunities, endorsements as the other big players, swimmers, track and field, gymnasts, stuff like that.
No, she wouldn't get any.
Well, even though that is part of track and field, right?
No, she's not. It's going to be tough. Unless she's super, super, and it's just the way it is, just like those girls from Miami, super, super attractive. And if that happens, then all of a sudden you get sponsorships and people look into it. But it's nice that they gave her $7,000.
All right, just making sure, because your face didn't look like it was nice when I was telling the story.
I don't think you should say that. I just don't think you should put it out there, because you're putting it out there for a reason. Like my father used to always say, people only know your stuff if you tell them. So if I'm saying it, I'm looking for help. That's cool. The Olympics, they should give them money. I mean, they make gazillion dollars. I mean, all the players should just get paid. But for whatever reason, they're not getting to that. I'm sure it'll happen in the future, eventually, that everybody will get paid. It's not like nobody's not making money. Everybody's cashing it. So I know you have a scenario. Am I a jerk?
I do. I have this one, and I think I don't know. We had one yesterday, Jimmy, and that one to me was pretty cut and dry. I think it was like no in between. We all thought the same thing. This one, we may have difference of opinion. So if you're not familiar, it's a fun subreddit thread you can go on, and there's the Am I the A-hole section, and it's good to it's amusing to read them and then read the comments that go along with it.
But they're the best.
They are.
The best part about
most
comments. Of these things, even social media, TikTok videos. Oh, the best is the comments.
Mm-hmm. Truly is. So it's about a stay-at-home mom situation, right?
All right.
And that's what the case is with this Redditor, Status Mention, who sought advice on how to handle her husband's request that she stay home with the children. So this is a story. It says, my husband and I, both 35, have been married for 6 years, and we have 2 children together and one on the way. He said that he wanted me to be a housewife and stop working. I was very disturbed by that, but he explained that it was better for our family and children since he can afford a very good living for all of us, right?
That's great.
So after a few weeks of thinking, I told him that I would agree, but only if I get half of his company. He's got his own company.
I saw this story.
He was surprised by this, but I explained further. Well, we had something similar, just not this one. But I explained further that the more I stay at home, the less chance I would have to find a well-paying job should we ever divorce, because I would have less merits while he would stay making more money each year. So I want half of the money if we never divorce, which is the goal of all marriages, right? Then it wouldn't matter. But should it end, it would be the price of me staying home and raising our children so he could be less worried and stressed out. His words, that he would be less anxious and stressed out if he knew they were with me rather than strangers in a daycare or nanny. So when I told my friends, they called me an a-hole. My best friend was very angry and called me disgusting. So I'm kind of taken back a little bit. So she wants to know, am I the a-hole? Her friends are even saying she is.
Well, what depends, there's a couple of things, a lot of these factors you don't know. Did he have the company before her? That's a big factor. If he started it when they got married, that's different. She gets 50% anyway. I got news for you. If they're married and it started when they got married, it's hers. If she gets half as a wife, or spouse, whatever.
Is that how it works everywhere?
Well, I know in Florida it does.
Yeah, we don't know if she's from Florida.
Yeah. And I don't know. If he started the business before her, I think it's a bad thing. If he started before. If they got it when they were married, it's different. Because he could have had the business 10 years before he met her. You know what I mean? And been super successful.
I understand that, but I do believe she does have the right to feel financially secure should something happen to the two of them. Because she is. She's not working. She's not doing anything. She's dedicating her life to the children and him in the home. So if anything were to happen, and that isn't the case where she gets half of everything, and he's like, all right, peace out. I have my business. I'm doing great. Good luck. I mean, yes, she can get alimony and child support, this and that, but...
Yeah, she would get alimony and she would get child support, and she would probably get half of what he earned. Because, if you're married to somebody, you get a 401k, whatever you make during that time. In the state of Florida, they get that.
Yeah, but you're assuming Florida right now.
Okay.
We don't know if that's the case. So take Florida out of the mix, and you're getting half. What do you think with her situation?
I certainly
don't blame her for wanting to have some sort of financial security. I mean, if she's leaving the workforce, that is one of the biggest issues that a lot of divorced people, because it can happen to guys too, where if they become a stay-at-home parent, that can happen in the future. And it kind of stinks that you have to look at it that way, but you have to look at it that way.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her for wanting to make sure she has some sort of financial security for the future in case the worst case scenario happens. And I think that's where, maybe she wants to find out, whatever the laws are where she is, because that obviously does make a difference. But I can't blame her.
Yeah. I mean, maybe half, maybe too much to ask. I don't know. That's what I said. This one's a tough one. And I know we're going to have difference of opinions. I do believe she does deserve some money because what she's doing is a job in its own right. And he's telling her to stay home.
See, and then you get business.
And he's convincing her that. Yeah.
Well, as far as the business side end of it too, that's the other thing too. Because I mean, can she, if he's got like an LLC, can she be added to the company that way? Right. So then she's almost like a partner type thing, and then that would give her that financial stability. He's asking her, does she want to be a stay-at-home mom? I mean, that should be the first question that we answer here. Is that what you want to do?
And it almost sounded in the beginning that she wasn't really crazy about the idea. But he was saying this is the best thing for the family and the kids.
Well, she's not crazy, then it changes it a little bit, because if then she's given up something that she wants to do, and obviously it's her career and it's important to her like everybody else. She wants to keep working. So I mean, at that point, it does change it a little. Or maybe you pay her what she makes at her job. You could do that. You could say, hey, you make you make $50,000 a year. I'm going to give you $50,000, and if we get divorced,
pay me a salary.
Yeah.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Let us know your opinion. A lot of people here, like after reading the post, I couldn't find a single comment from someone who thought she was being unreasonable. Not the a-hole, and you shouldn't bend on this. Somebody says you have as much right to secure financial future as he does. If he won't do this, he can't afford you, or he's looking to create a power imbalance that puts you in a disadvantage, someone thinks. Another person, not the a-hole. He's asking you to make a sacrifice for the sake of the company, so equity in the company is appropriate compensation for this, according to him, or this person. And then somebody else says, emphasizing the point, the other couples who experience similar situations say, I gave my wife 49%. I still wanted to run the business my way, but I understood her needs. Sold it 10 years ago, and we're married 40 years this year. So
it's great.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's always great when it works out. I mean, it's not great when it doesn't work out. It's like a prenup. I mean, it's just you bring up a prenup, and a lot of people get upset with it. Both sides. They're like, why am I signing this? Why are we talking about this? But, if you're protecting yourself, I get it. I mean, maybe that's a smart way to be.
Somebody else says, my ex wanted a housewife, and I stayed home, primarily because we had a medically fragile infant. He was shocked by how the judge divided our property when he divorced me during his midlife crisis. They said he got the business, and I got everything else. A home and fully funded retirement. Most women in senior divorces end up in poverty. Never give up your financial independence for a man, according to this person.
I agree. That's definitely a situation.
It's basically asking for a prenup in a reverse type of a scenario, right?
Somewhat.
So that's what she's looking for, and I don't blame her.
These are very hard topics and very hard situations, especially if you're in them, when you bring up like prenups or money and situations like that, because there's no two people who think alike. Obviously, it just happens. You love the person, and you're like, man, why is that going to happen? And
But when things do go bad, you know what? Somebody usually gets screwed.
Yep. So on the text line 47142, if I was a husband, I would put her on the payroll and give her a job title so she can get paid. We have that. And then we have a couple other things, including a misspeak request.
Okay.
First, we have Greek is upset about the Olympian who put it out there that she may need some help, but he still thinks that girl who offered her watch back to Greek was a good gesture. That was a woman looking for a handout, nothing else. What am I missing?
I forget that was the watch.
Who put it out there that she may need help.
Oh, she wanted to sell her watch.
But he still thinks that girl who offered her watch back, okay, to Greek was a good gesture. That was a woman looking for a handout, nothing else.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you. I had to remember this situation.
Yeah. There's a lot of situations.
And then we had Happy Friday for Annie. Could we hear Misspeak 82 for Greek's mom? Hope you all have a great weekend. And this is Casey in North Palm.
All right. We can make
For
that
August
happen
2nd.
in here.
I knew
82. All right.
Just want to explain it to
take
you.
it. I can't.
This is.
You're my beneficiary, by the way. In case you didn't realize I agree. I condole your conditions.
Thank you, sir.
What'd he say?
It's at least 10.
At least.
Yeah,
At least. We've been doing this show like 9 now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I lose all perspective of time.
That's not even a word. It's not even grammatically correct.
The woodchuck's tail is about 6 inches in diameter longer than the beaver.
Quit chucking my wood!
It's better put a smile on your face than a growling around.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
A, do we want to wait? B, do we have a little legitimate chance?
Yeah, I read that. Don't ask me how I pertained it, but I got it. Excuse me?
And what is pertaining? I didn't understand what you said.
And it's a pretty interesting story how my dad lit me up and bombarded me.
That's not even a word!
Yeah, so there's about 8 long shots. I don't think we'll bet them all. Maybe we'll just bet 8 of them.
Genius!
Mike, have you been looking at anything for the Florida Derby today? Anything pump out?
We just want to pump
You up! Yes! Great job. That's a good one, too. 82 and 124. 2 solid ones. If you guys want to get involved in the show, call us at 877-927-6969. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142 and email Jimmy. He's back. You can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Just had a scenario if you want to chime in about this, about the woman saying she wants half the company because her husband wants her to stay at home. See, that puts it all in a different area. He's asking her. So I would have to lean with her on this one if I was the judge. I would probably say because he's asking her to stay home.
Mm-hmm. Well, she doesn't, in the text line, she doesn't need half the company. She has the 3 tax deductions and will get child supports, according to a texter here at 47142.
See, that's all the legal questions, right? That would arise from it. I think really when it comes down to it, she's asking, am I the jerk? Really, I'm taking from it that is she the jerk for wanting some sort of a financial security?
Yes.
And I don't think that she is. I to me, then that's where the answer is no. Now, obviously, every state depends, and then the legality of it. You got to look into that and need a lawyer for that. But as far as are you a jerk because of that? No, I don't think so at all. You want to make sure that you'll be set and your kids will be set and everybody will be in a comfortable spot. Especially because you obviously come from, they're doing well, I'm assuming. By the sounds of it.
It sounds like it as of now.
Well.
Yeah. And she's also doing something that's different against the grain. So when you go against the grain in anything, that's unusual that somebody would come back and say, hey, I want half their company. It's not a normal thing. Most women would just be like, or men, I'll just stay home. That's what I think most people would do. But this girl obviously is pretty educated and smart. And she's like, hey, look, if we're making apple pie, I want so many apples. And hopefully they don't break up. Which is always a good thing. But it changes. There's always different scenarios. But it's definitely something that is not that you hear a lot of people say, hey, I want that. And I think anytime you're with somebody, you start talking about money and future and I want to be protected, it's going to rub somebody the wrong way because you're thinking like, hey, we're going to be together forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, you don't want to think about a breakup like that. But, again, you got to kind of cover yourself. And I get it.
And smart people do.
Yep.
It's not a popular thing to do. Obviously, just like prenups. Prenups always get people sidewise. They just do. Somebody always gets that. But and sometimes there's families involved who say to the person, hey, you know what? You got to sign a prenup if you want to get married. And then the other person says, I'm going to take care of you anyway, and it ends up in court, and it sucks. And when money gets involved, it's tough. So make your own money, and you don't need anybody. That's the answer. Hit the lottery. There was a woman in Massachusetts yesterday who claimed the $1 million Powerball she had, and she only had a week, and it was going to expire. So she waited, I guess, whatever it was, 11 months and 3 weeks. And then she claimed it, I think, yesterday. They were talking about that. My buddies always send me lottery stories that they know will piss me off.
Did they? Was it a scenario where they like lost a ticket and then found it in the nick of time type thing?
I didn't get that. I just got that she got a week. I got it from two of my friends. She claimed the ticket. There was a week left before it was going to expire.
Okay.
That's what they sent me. But I didn't know the reason why. Maybe she didn't. Obviously, she didn't realize it, or she found it. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking because sometimes when you win and you won, you want to do things first to get get everything in order. But that's quite a long time to get things in order.
Yeah, it was $1 million.
It is.
Yeah.
Unless she's like, I'm going to wait as long as I can because I don't want that money right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Guess you never know.
Yeah,
right?
but that is. But because you would think a major jackpot, maybe she didn't know. She had no idea.
Know.
Maybe. And they were putting out all over the news or local news over there that, hey, there's $1 million that hasn't been claimed. And she's like, you know what? I have a couple lottery tickets I haven't looked at.
Who knows? Everybody's got different reasons. She could have been involved with somebody, and maybe she wanted it to end, so she didn't have to give them half.
Maybe. Maybe she's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But remember that story we talked about where the person did that, but then they went back when they purchased the ticket, and she was married or he was married, and they still had to give half anyway.
Maybe that was it, though. Maybe. I don't know.
You never know. But it's a good position to be in because you would be sick if you went for that ticket and you found out that it was no good. You'd be like, you got to be kidding me, right? You'd be like,
well, at least she got
Expired.
it in time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I don't even want to know.
No. I wouldn't either. Yeah.
What's worse, the ticket or the scenario we had with that woman who won the lottery? I mean, the slot machine, and they said there was a glitch in the machine, and they gave her a steak dinner. What do you think is worse? Because that would have been
the expired ticket might suck more. I mean, yes, that does the whole being expired or not expired. The slot machine saying, "Oh, there's malfunction. You're not supposed to get that money." That hurts. But the fact that you had that winning ticket and you had it for so long and you just didn't, I don't know. To me, that stings a bit more. What about you guys?
Yeah, because it's there. It's like, why didn't I cash in this? So did I forget it? Did I lose it? So that's my fault. I would be kicking my own self in the butt for. But in the other case, it's like, oh, it's right there. I won. You're just trying to,
screw me.
They both suck.
And then they give her a steak dinner.
It's something stupid.
I remember. I think it was Foxwoods. The story was. I know she was suing. I don't know what happened, but I remember they said there was a glitch in the machine. You got to be like, what glitch in the machine? I was pissed last night about the Bear game that it had to go 55 minutes. I was like, are you kidding me? My God, I must have been on the phone with 20 of my friends.
At least they didn't get a $10 Uber gift card like CrowdStrike tried to do. The Delta CEO is pissed. So now they're going after CrowdStrike and Microsoft because they said it cost them $500 million, the airline.
I saw that.
$500 million.
How is that? I mean, that's I saw that number. That's crazy.
Yeah, they said canceled more than 5,000 flights in the wake of the outage, all kinds of stuff. I mean, they're seeking damages for disruption, all kinds of stuff. They're like, we had no choice.
That sucks.
Yep.
All the accommodations.
And they said they've offered nothing to them.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
To fix it.
What, school buddies?
They'll be in court.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
It is the Penthouse on a great Friday. Hope you listen to Rover and his crew to get you ready for the weekend. We're going to come back with some Florida stories. Anything with Babanya?
No, nothing with Babanya. We got some. No, I'm sorry. You can take off your headphones. We have a girl who went all Carrie Underwood on her man, and I'm talking about that song Before He Cheats.
Oh,
what did she do? Yes, and then this might be the slowest police chase ever.
Worse than OJ?
Yeah, it's very low speed. It was a very low speed. Yeah, it's a lot worse than OJ. And then a pair of cousins got in an argument over a parking space, and things escalated real quickly. I will let you know what I'm talking about when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio Olympics update.
Team USA took home gold and bronze in the women's gymnastics all-around. Simone Biles taking the gold as the U.S. grabbed the all-around title for a 6th straight Olympics. Suni Lee, the winner of the Tokyo Games, back on the podium in Paris, earning that bronze.
It felt absolutely incredible. I mean, to just be back out here is such an amazing accomplishment.
USA women's basketball now 2-0 in Paris. They beat Belgium.
For NBC's live coverage from Paris, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
A decent drive along your expressways this morning. 95 and the Turnpike are currently accident-free. We have some road work here on Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive. It'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Assurance Power Systems. Hurricane season is here, and Assurance Power Systems is ready to help. As an authorized Power Pro Premier Generac dealer, you'll work with the best to get prepared for your next power outage. Visit assurancepower.com to learn more.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish. I'm just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go.
Toss one in my bag?
Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there. Great entertainment and a 5-star menu. And Tuesdays is Tomahawk Tuesdays. Massive 36-ounce bone-in ribeye and a bottle of Tito's. 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Monroe's and Palm Beach. And any sporting event, tie yourself to Monroe's because your team will win even if it loses. Because the beautiful girls will make you feel like a winner. It's Monroe's and Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Peace.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
This is Greek sitting with Jeff Jr. of Trajan Wealth. You've helped a lot of people determine how much to put into their 401k and what investments to put it into. But you mentioned a big mistake that most people make. What's that?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is leaving their 401k behind when they leave their job. And another big mistake is rolling it into your new 401k.
Really? Why is that?
By leaving it behind, you completely lose control. You never want to leave your money with an old employer. And if you roll it into a new 401k, you'll often have limited investment options and may incur costs to do so. Trajan Wealth can help complete the paperwork free of charge and do a tax-free rollover. We can then help invest it according to your exact retirement goals and not just what the employer's offering.
You've got an old 401k or one that you rolled to a new employer? Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor paid advertisement.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish. I'm just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go.
Toss one in my bag?
Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. We'll see some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid highs in the low 90s. We've got a heat advisory in effect. The heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through your Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Why sit at a dealership waiting for an oil change? At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we make it easy to drive in, stay in your car, relax, and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Always quick, never rushed. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to the Penthouse. It's a pleasure to have you here on a Friday. We are going to try to get you through the rest of this week. It's a long one here, isn't it? I tell you what. I am Jimmy. I'm glad to have you here with us. We have Franny in the house.
Hello.
Franny, how are you today?
Hi, I am doing great, Jimmy. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed. And we got Greek sitting down. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What is up, Jimmy, on this Friday? Great to see you. Glad you had a great vacation. You were missed, but we are glad you are back in the house with us.
Happy to be here.
And now over to Francis for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida?
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right. Well, we will start with a very low-speed chase. It's like, what's the point? The Walmart at Lakeland, Florida. This is where it happened. It was the beginning of what would be a very low-speed chase as a Florida man decided to steal a Walmart scooter and then tried to elude deputies. Unfortunately for him, unfortunately for this guy, after a near-mile chase, a mile. Like, what? Why don't you just, put your car in front of him?
Couldn't do a pit maneuver on that?
It's like the OJ chase.
Yeah, a near-mile chase. The speed of the electric shopping scooter was no match for Polk County deputies. As I said, just after noon last Wednesday, Florida man identified in the reports as just Troy shoplifted several items of jewelry and handheld gaming devices from Walmart. He also took their electric scooter as a getaway vehicle. He hit speeds around 2 miles per hour on the stolen scooter before someone called the police to report a suspicious person driving an electric shopping cart on US 98. Deputies caught up to him near a Dunkin' Donuts. The 2 miles per hour was not exactly a high-speed chase. And secondly, if you're trying to evade authorities, you really need to do a better job of mapping your getaway. Don't drive towards a donut place. Get it?
Wacka
wacka. You know, he probably said to the cops, let me just get an old-fashioned and a medium, and I'll be right out.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to ask Jimmy something. Go ahead.
Deputies did find and stop Troy. Found him in possession of all the stolen merchandise and, of course, the electric getaway car. That's good stuff. Then next up in your What the Florida, some cousins. There's no cousinly, not brotherly, cousinly love here between these two. So these cousins live together. They're in the Miami-Dade area, and 51-year-old was arrested on charges of attempted felony murder and causing injury with a firearm, grand theft of a firearm, you'll find out why, and discharging a firearm in an outdoor residential area. So officers received an emergency call about a guy being shot, 11:30. So when they went to the home, a man was suffering gunshot wounds. The second man stated at the scene that he was the one who shot his cousin. He was like, yep, it was me. Police arrested him immediately. They say that they were arguing over parking spaces at the house. He's like, this is my spot. He's like, no, it's my spot.
Makes sense.
Yeah, before the shooting happens.
Important things.
I know, so important. The victim, they said after a verbal exchange, was shot in the wrist. They said resulting in just a graze, but then he was shot 3 more times in his left thigh. The victim, so he wasn't trying to kill him. He just wanted to hurt him, but he still got charged for attempted murder. The victim then said he ran to the bedroom, locked himself inside, and that's when his cousin threatened to kill him after he shot him in the thigh. Police were contacted, and they said, the guys have been living together in this address for a year. So now why there's that charge of the stolen firearm. So when a record check was done with the firearm that was used during the shooting, they found out that this firearm was reported stolen back in 2021 out of Palm Beach Gardens. Somebody reported a stolen firearm, and this is the dude who had it. So now he's got a couple other charges on him. And then finally here in your What the Florida, a scorned woman will do some crazy stuff. And
yes.
Now she got her behind bars. So Florida woman arrested. They said there was in the arrest report, Palm Bay police had to respond to a home of a 23-year-old named Charles Cooler. During the incident, Cooler was accused of showing up to the home drunk and telling a woman there, her name is Alana Owen Young, 18, that he could have more women if he wanted to, that she wasn't the only one.
Not the only fish in the sea.
No, I can have whoever I want, Alana.
You're not the only cucumber in the refrigerator.
Which prompted an argument. And they say that Cooler then, according to police report, tried to hit her, sparking an arrest of him. So Cooler faces charges of assault, battery, and resisting officer without violence. So this was that happened a little bit ago. He has an arraignment scheduled for August 12th. Well, after that, police were called to the home again, July 26th, where Cooler's car had been left after his arrest in good condition at the time. Well, in a situation straight out of Carrie Underwood's Before He Cheats, police said that the car's windows were smashed in, the body was dented, the driver's seat was cut open, and there was words scratched into the vehicle, cheater on the driver's side, and on the hood of the car, it says Lil D.
That's harsh.
Yeah, Lil D.
Can't they just talk it out?
They saying all the damages amount $5,000.
Better call Mako.
They spoke with the neighbor who said that, they overheard the girl on the phone talking about keying the word cheater onto Cooler's car. Afterwards, police spoke with her, who claimed that she'd gone to a friend's house for a few days after his arrest, and she just returned home to see his car vandalized. She was like, I don't know who the heck would do it. It wasn't me. I was at
that? Who would do something like that?
Yeah, a lot of people know about the incidents between her and Charles, but she isn't sure if anyone would take it upon themselves to damage the vehicle. She said she's willing to assist paying for the damages. However, police said they determined that she was in the area at the time of the damages meant that she was probably responsible, so she was arrested.
I got $8
that evening. So now they're both behind bars. Fun.
Oh,
and that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show, 105 and 1105. Jimmy, I had about 5 or 6 people ask me this. I wrote it down, so I'm going to have to ask you. Are you ready? Did you go to White Castle?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not only. I never made a video of that, did I? I took a bunch of pictures.
Okay.
I sent a picture to Franny.
I saw that.
I did a selfie of me, but yes, I did. I finally had some White Castle.
It was open. It was open.
Real ones, real from the restaurant.
Yeah.
Not a ghost kitchen. Real White Castles, and they still taste absolutely scrumptious.
How many did you knock down?
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not that big. They're so small.
It was only lunch, so I didn't really try to devour them. But Carl and I just stopped up for lunch the one day, Monday, and so I just got a 10-pack.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah. A couple people were asking me. Some guys asked me last night at the cigar bar. I said, "Hey, did Jimmy go to White Castle?"
Did he get it?
So good.
I said, "I gotta ask him." I said, "I'll find out." Wow, that is great. I mean, that's Jersey like you've never seen. Like you see that in the butter roll, and you're ready to go. You sent me the picture of the roll.
I sent a picture, so I got a butter. So the place I always kind of joke about and talk about up there, the coffee shop, the local coffee shop, the Wicker Basket. Well, they were closed on Sunday. He's not open, so went across the way. But still, I got myself a butter roll, and I swear the thing had to be at least 12 inches round. I mean, it's just freaking huge. They're so big.
That is big.
Yeah. The Jersey breakfast, as we call it. But so,
you're not going to need another meal after the day is done. After you're done with it.
That is awesome. Yeah. Got to see family, friends, have a good time. And you went to White Castle. I mean, come on.
White Castle, hacked it up on a golf course a little bit.
That's awesome.
We had a good time. And
got to play with the grandkids. Sound like you had a full vacation.
That was just awesome. Just spending time with them. I just, your family. Got it. It's all about family.
That's right. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. We had a situation where this woman and her husband wants her to stay at home. She wants half of the company he has, and it was a Reddit thread. If you guys have an opinion, you could call us at 877-927-6969. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy. Jimmy is back.
So you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Well, speaking of, I know, Franny, you did a little traveling. How was your trip? I mean, I'm sure you already recapped it, but good time up in Buffalo?
It was Buffalo, I didn't really get to see much of it because I worked from morning to night 3 days. And then we decided while we were there, instead of taking on the scenes of Buffalo, we had enough of Buffalo after the festival that we went to Canada. So we went to Niagara Falls, and one of our buddies, who's a big part of the festival, he owns a restaurant in Buffalo. He hooked us up with a tour at one of the. I didn't realize Niagara has so many wineries and vineyards. It's, It's wine country over there.
Really?
It's beautiful, which I had zero clue. Now I want to go back and just do a little bed and breakfast and stay because there's so many vineyards you can stop at. So we just did. We did. We actually did 3. We stopped at Wayne Gretzky has his vineyard there.
Oh, wow.
So we stopped at his.
Was he there?
Just went inside. He wasn't. And then we stopped by another one, which is beautiful, called Two Sisters, but they were too busy. So we just went in and out because they recommended it. It's one of the best. That's why it was so busy. And then Stratus is one that we did a tour at, but so cool. So we were there probably until midday, and then we drove up to Toronto, stayed the night, had a nice dinner, and then came back home and flew out of Buffalo. So it was very quick that day. Yep, it was very quick, but a good time. Yeah.
Speaking of Buffalo, I found out. So my son-in-law is a metal fabricator. That's what he does for a living, right? Welding and fabricating stuff. Well, I found out, and he mentioned that his company got a small, because you can imagine it's such a huge undertaking, but building the new Buffalo Stadium.
Oh, wow.
His company got part of the contract to build a little bit of it, right? Cool. And because you can imagine it's such an undertaking. There's so much there that it goes out to a bunch of different steel mills. But I thought that was just a weird coincidence that his company happened to do that.
Keep it in the family.
Speaking of traveling, I just saw that 88% of Americans are not going to travel much on Labor Day this year, and fewer travelers. They're starting to see a little bit of a struggle in the travel industry amid global flight delays, increasing travel costs, and a rocky start to hurricane season. And travelers are feeling the effects. I can just say it too. I obviously saw the delays. We had all the problems with the Microsoft glitch that happened. Did you have any delays, Franny?
Yes.
You did? So you had some too.
Both ways.
Not to mention that the trips are skyrocketing. This summer, over half of travelers reported spending more compared to years past, with the majority attributing to the increased inflation and rising costs of travel. Labor Day weekend is proving no different. The average trip is up to about 2,700. Now, that can vary, obviously, depending on where you're going and what you're doing. But the idea is it's up about 25% over last year alone. Travel delays are a top concern of travelers opting to take trips over the holiday weekend. The majority indicate concerns over flight cancellations and delays, while another 24% are concerned about heavy traffic and inclement weather. Inclement weather, obviously, that's a big problem this time of year, too. I see we got a little bit of a storm out there this weekend. We were wondering, because Carla's not coming back until Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So we were kind of, wondering, keeping an eye on that tropical storm that's out there, whether it was going to form or not.
She might get delayed. She might. It's supposed to be, they're saying flooding threat, the tropical depression they're claiming is going to form, heading for Florida this weekend. I do believe even, our governor called state of emergency, I think, for part of the state. So, yeah, they're saying it's going to be a wet one.
Still the West Coast, I imagine, and up into the Panhandle.
Yeah, so the majority of Florida is under state of emergency, according to our governor. They said he issued this declaration yesterday ahead of the tropical wave, but they said it's covering 54 counties. I'm not sure which one, but as you mentioned, it's looking like it could develop to a tropical depression over the weekend and early next week over the Gulf. So, yes, more West Coast. But definitely heavy rain. They're saying up to 12 inches possible for the next few days. 7 days, I should.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? 7?
Yeah, but it's mostly along the Gulf, so maybe we might be lucky here. But you just never know with these things, right?
Time for spin the wheel?
Sure. Let's get the wheel out. And, all right, so we'll move this one to there and that to there. All right. You ready, Greek?
Yeah, what am I going to say? 19.
Oh, you're no spinning?
Oh, you want to do a...
throw it out there.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, you can do 19.
Just do a request. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a request line.
Let me go up here and find 16, 17, 18, and here we go. Greek Misspeak number 19.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Oh, I have a public announcement to make real quick. Just a little TPS.
A what?
Short for PSA.
The hell is that?
I got 38 years, 12 months.
We call that 39 years genius.
Gators lost to Kentucky for the first time in 31 years. And that was a shocker.
A what?
You want to talk about Meshuggah? Oh, my
I don't know what
God.
that means, but that sounds terrible.
Terrible.
Hey, I got to put the, shekels in the hide.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We don't need anybody. I said alligators are right in the driving. 95. It's crazy.
Whatever.
What?
Go, Gators! And when I landed in midair,
That's incredible.
that'll be very apropos.
What?
I mean, it's a funeral, like I said, to celebrate.
Thank God he's dead.
Great job, Jimmy. Thank you.
Sure thing.
So Tom Cruise is, Franny knows about this. She's the only one who knows about this. He's going to have something to do with the Olympics.
The only one who knows about this.
Because he texted you and called you.
He did.
He called me first.
Me and
I was
TC
like,
are
he goes, I'm going to talk to
tight.
Franny.
Yes, we are tight. But
I saw the headlines.
According to reports, they're saying that he's planning on doing some major stunt for the Olympics. There's whispers around claiming that Tom Cruise is going to be part of the closing ceremony. Yep. They said that we've all seen the camera pan up to Cruise sitting in the stands cheering on Simone Biles, so he's there. And the rest of the girls' gymnastics team, so we know he's in town. But rumors are he's going to pull a Mission Impossible type stunt and is going to rappel down from the top of the Stade de France, land on the stadium field, and then carry the official Olympic flag. However, he might use a stunt double for a rappelling down part. The Top Gun star said they will be seen that will then be seen flying with the Olympic flag from France to Los Angeles and skydiving to the Hollywood sign in a segment that was pre-recorded back in March. Not all happening right in front of our face, right? That we'll be watching TV for way too long.
I was going to say, how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
I know he likes camera time.
But they said expect a major Hollywood production. A source has teased about it. The closing ceremony will also feature Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo passing the Olympic flag to the LA Mayor. And that's why, because the Olympics are moving. Karen Bass, since the 2028 will be in LA. The opening ceremony was a major spectacle, and it sounds like the closing ceremony will be just as impressive. And if you're not aware, it's Sunday, August 11th at 7 p.m. is when it's going to happen.
Ooh, so Tom, let's see what he ends up doing. This is going to be a number. I can't believe the stunts he does when they talk about it, out of the planes, the motorcycles, jumping off cliffs. That one time in one of the Mission Impossibles, he jumped off the building, broke his ankle. It's just crazy. And you would just think like the movie company would be like, no, we don't want you to do this. It's too much of a risk. But yeah, he does it all. He really does. God bless him. I mean, again, give him credit for doing all that. Because I surely wouldn't. I'd be like, stunt double. Let's go.
He's got a stunt double for some of this, though?
They were saying possibly for the rappelling part. So I guess we will see what happens.
That'll be huge. People will be checking that out. I'm sure next week they're going to blow it up, too. They'll make sure everybody watches and, sees Tom Cruise in the thing for the conclusion of the Olympics. That's pretty cool. Hopefully it all works out, and it's as interesting as it sounds.
August 11th, you say?
Yes, 7 p.m. is when the closing ceremonies are.
I did take a quick look, too. It looks like now, this was as of about an hour ago when I searched it, that the medal count, the United States has 40 total, 9 gold, and China has 26 total, 12 gold. So that's why
the U.S. just went, all right, we're going to take this.
They were edging out just a little bit on the gold, but so far that's where they're at. And Great Britain follows with 25 total, also 9 gold. And France is right there as well. Looks like France was taking a pretty huge lead, too, in the very beginning. From, every now and then I would see, a headline come up, and that was about it. But it looks like we're hanging right in there.
Sweet.
What do we got, 40 you said, Jim?
Looks like 40 total, according to this.
I said over under 66, I think, or 62 for medals.
We took it over.
Yeah. So we're on pace. We got another week.
Good. Yeah. 9 days, yeah.
So it should be pretty good because when's the conclusion? Next Sunday? Next
Is that
Sunday.
it? Yep.
And we'll see what happens. Hopefully this weekend they do well. Men's and ladies basketball will be playing, so hopefully they're both in the quarterfinals now. Hopefully they both advance.
Have they had skateboarding yet?
I haven't seen that.
Do you know, Jimmy?
No,
I know you haven't watched any of it.
I haven't, no.
Okay, I'm
I
just
haven't
curious if
seen
they've
that. I
had
didn't even
it.
know breakdancing was something.
Yeah, big up breaking, but yep, that's new this year.
Surfing's in it, right?
Surfing, yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it? I think they already had that. Have you seen that one amazing picture of the guy who won? And he's like, he looks like a superhero coming out of the water. His straight board is straight up, and so is he. It looks like he's just standing like straight, but he's in the air.
Oh, wow.
You got to check.
Oh, wow.
I'll find the image for you
All right.
guys. You got to check out that image. It is so cool.
Was he
but
American?
he was the what? I don't think so. There's more
Okay.
people. I've only seen the image. Surfer Olympics, but I think he was the winner, and I'm pretty sure he was not American.
Well, it
it's a
sounds like a
viral
great picture.
photo. Yeah, some people are questioning whether he
It's
is
real?
Brazilian.
Are they
Yep,
questioning
and he's
whether
like
there's
suspended in the air over a wave, and it's a picture that has gone viral this week. So
Oh.
if you have not seen it, his name is Gabriel Medina, Brazilian Olympic surfer. But the photo, look how cool that is, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, I see
Right?
it. All right, I see
I want
it.
to check that out.
Yeah.
It's a still shot, you know,
It
so,
is.
from the video.
But he's got his finger out in the air like number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here, I'll show
That's
you.
perfect.
You can, hold on there. There you go.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Don't forget, our giveaway today is 12:45, not 11:45. Pay attention. It's 12:45 today, and it's the Magic Dragons. I'm kidding.
Or kidding.
Whichever. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
It was April 10th, 1912, that the British liner RMS Titanic set sail from England.
Oh, damn.
What were you,
Yeah.
like 10?
No, I was not alive when the Titanic set sail, nor when it crashed. But I do know, based on
Days later.
Thanks for clarifying.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Win your way to our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. September 20th and 21st.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Starting Monday, listen for your chance to be there.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Please drive along your expressways this morning. 95 and the Turnpike continue to be accident-free, flowing freely as well. We'd have some road work here, Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive. That'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's baseball season, and you know what's coming? Football season, college and pro. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal sports book. Easy sign-up, fast deposits and withdrawals, PayPal, Venmo, cards, and more. Hundreds of prop bets, parlays, live play-by-play betting across every sport. You can bet from anywhere in the state of Florida. If you're betting, there's only one place to bet, the Hard Rock app. Peace.
In this week's Marketers Report, Angela Zepeda, CMO Hyundai Motor America, talks about audio storytelling.
People scratch their heads and say, why would you put your brand on a channel that doesn't show the sheet metal? But for us, it's about storytelling. That's driving a lot of brand awareness, but we can also drive a lot of intent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the influencers, audiences, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. Whether you're hanging by the pool, playing some golf, or just kicking it in South Florida, you want to make every occasion a party? Well, it's Tito's Handmade Vodka. Make sure that's on your party's list. When you have Tito's, it's a good night that turns into a great night. Tito's Handmade Vodka helps any party become a great party. Pick up a bottle today of Tito's Handmade Vodka. Peace!
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain with iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. In the gymnastics all-around final at the Olympics, Simone Biles won gold, Brazil's Rebecca Andrade picked up silver, and Suni Lee scored bronze. With the gold, Biles becomes the first woman to win 2 Olympic all-around titles since 1968. She also breaks a 120-year-old record, becoming the first U.S. gymnast to win 6 Olympic medals. For more women's sports stories, be sure to subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
iHeartRadio is live from Paris.
The Paris Olympics underway.
With NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. 24 hours a day, you can listen to live coverage of swimming, basketball, volleyball, gymnastics, and all your favorite sports. Plus, Team USA exclusive coverage from Paris. Bring the summer games with you from your phone to your car, on your Alexa, or wherever you listen. Open the free iHeart app now and enable push notifications for live updates from Paris. iHeartRadio, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Don't forget, today our giveaway is at 12:45, not 11:45.
Yes, and a heads up, it's a newer game that we're playing. We call it Florida. What do we call it? Florida Man Fridays. That's what we call it. Florida Man Fridays. 12:45. The reason why we do that is because it's what it is two truths and a lie. I give you 2 real Florida headlines and 1 fake one. And you just got to tell me which one the bogus one is. That's it. Because you know our Florida stories are always so outrageous, you never know what's real or not here.
It's not easy.
So you get it right, and then you will get a pair of tickets to go see Imagine Dragons.
Spot the fake.
There you go.
And Jimmy, good morning. How are you, sir?
Hello, and a good morning.
And that great voice you just heard was Francis. Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
So the U.S. Army paid The Rock, looks like around $10 or $11 million to do some Instagram posts to encourage people to enlist in the Army. And he only did a couple of them, and they said in the few that he did, they didn't really see a big increase. A great deal for The Rock because, again, he had to just put up some posts and got paid a lot of money. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I'm sure it's going to get rectified, but they said he didn't finish all the posts he was supposed to do. I think he was scheduled to do 5. But U.S. Army saying so far they didn't see any big change. He's got a couple more to do, but it is interesting that that's the kind of money they were paying him to do posts. And again, he wants to help recruitment. Everybody loves The Rock, but that's a lot of money to get for a post. I think it was $2 million a post, and he got like 10 and change from the U.S. Army. Here's a crazy prop bet, Jimmy, that is up on the offshore. Taylor Swift. Franny, you can get involved in this.
Okay.
Would you bet her that she will attend more Chief games than Aaron Rodgers will actually play games for the Jets?
That's a prop bet?
Yeah, that's a pretty good bet. That's right on there.
I don't know if I'd take that.
Well, you got to take one or the other.
Oh, I'm saying I think he would play more games than she'll attend a Chiefs game.
You think?
I think.
All right.
Well, we know that she's going to miss 3.
Yeah.
At least. Because there was 3 that her tours conflicting with.
I'm going to go when I heard this that she's going to go to, in my head, 6 or 7 for the season.
Okay.
That's it, huh?
Well, I don't know if she's going to go every week. Maybe.
So, I know. She may not.
And she may. You're right. She might go 12. She goes double digits.
As long as it doesn't conflict with her any of her shows, I would imagine she'll be there. I'll take Taylor Swift.
Are you going to take
with
Taylor?
the over. Yeah,
Right.
I am.
Okay.
Because he's going to get hurt.
Oh, my God.
I hate to say I don't want him to.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that I am perfectly gin clear.
You just
I
found
am
the
not
universe,
wishing him to be hurt.
Yeah.
If you're a
But
Jet fan right now,
unfortunately,
shut up your
he's
radio.
a little injury prone right now.
Yeah.
It's a good bet. I heard it last night. I said, wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yep.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers to play more.
Okay.
I'm praying because I have so many of my friends that are Jet fans, and I think if he gets hurt, they will actually not get out of bed. Like after last year, they've been waiting so long, and he's everything. He's their utopia. I mean, he's got to play. He's got to do good. Taylor Swift, like I said, I'm thinking 7 or 8 because of the schedule and the price of gas. Getting to the games.
Yeah, she's probably conserving.
Yeah, she probably is.
Conserving.
She's probably making about $8 billion.
Gas there.
But I thought that was a very unique bet. So that's why I thought I would bring it up. I said, this is pretty interesting. Bears won last night 21-17. Game got called off in the third quarter for rain. The chances of that are brutal. I guess it's 100%. If you had the Bears, you got screwed. No doubt. If you had the Texans, you know what? You just got a lottery ticket. How many games have you ever seen canceled because of rain and storm?
Well, I was going to say, was it rain or thunder?
It was both. But, I mean, they just cancel it. Usually they delay like 45 minutes, an hour, and then they come back out. I think it was because it was the Hall of Fame game.
If it was any other game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The new kickoff rule was in effect, and it had mixed reviews on social media. Some people liked it, some people don't. That's where they get real close to each other, and they're like 10 yards apart, and then the kicker obviously is behind them. He kicks the ball. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Some people were confused. Onside kicks are different this year, too. You can only onside kick, I think, in the third or fourth quarter. You can't onside any other time.
That's right. There is a new rule on that, too, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little weird.
How was it with the chain gang not being there?
You know what? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice
One of the
that.
smaller things. But.
But, everybody was talking about those guys. They're all going to be out of jobs. If they're only trying this for preseason. It might not work.
Yeah, because that's for I didn't think that was in effect yet. They were just talking about that.
They're doing it during preseason. This is their trial.
Right.
Yeah, not all of them, but some games they are trying it where they do it that. It'll be interesting. Like I said, I don't want to see it. It's just like I don't like the registers when, there's nobody there. I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs. I just don't. But it was a game, and people were so excited to see football. I might have started last night 80 times. Oh, my God, football's back, football's back, football's back. And you got to be crazy to bet preseason.
I totally forgot that football was back. I forgot there was a game on.
Yeah. But again, if you got the over, you won. I did see Dom, who filled in for Jimmy. Good guy. He had the over. And I gave him a thing yesterday, Jimmy. You would have got it, but you would have did it differently. I said, Dom, bet whatever you bet the over, and I will back it. Whatever your normal bet is. Because I'm sure it's going to go over. So usually he bets 20, so he bet 50. Because I told him. He ended up winning, so he was very happy. The over did cash because it went over. So he had the over in the game.
How about that? And in a shortened game, it went over, huh?
Yeah. I mean, because they only played 42 minutes. If you got the Bears, you could definitely bitch and say you got screwed.
Did Caleb play at all?
No.
No? Okay.
I didn't think they were going to play.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would on this one. Because is this one of their? This isn't one of their 3 preseason, right?
No, they play when you play in the Hall of Fame game. Both teams play an extra game,
right?
So they'll play 4.
Right.
They still have their 3 scheduled. This is an additional one.
Okay.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers had some comments about preseason. He goes, I don't know when it changed, but it has. We used to play every game. He said, and because the coach said the other day he's not playing in preseason, Rodgers goes, I'm ready to play now. He didn't tell me I wasn't playing.
Right.
So some more Jet drama ended up happening out there. And that is your Greeks trifecta for the morning edition.
I got a couple of texts we can get through really quick. It's 47142 from White Castle to thanking you, G-Man. Let's see here. Oh, and a Florida story, how we were talking about the scooter from Walmart. It was a 2-mile-per-hour chase, and there was the average person walks at 3 miles per hour. They didn't need to let that chase go on for a mile.
Overtime.
Yeah, I agree. And then let's see, Greek, you're not the only cucumber in the refrigerator. That sounds like an argument at Ellen DeGeneres' house. Okay.
Wow, nice.
Somebody was asking me if I tried any poutine while I was up in that area, Buffalo, Canada, and I did not.
Official Canadian.
I did not. No, I did not. Let's see here. I was at Tires Plus yesterday by where G goes, I think. Let him know they have his run flat tires in stock.
Nice.
I was leaning on it and made me think of him. So
thank you.
Yes. Want to give a shout out to Greek for his advice to bet the over in last night's game on the Hard Rock app. Won $95.48 on a $50 bet. Thanks,
Great.
buddy. That's from Mike in Loxahatchee.
Way to be, Mike. Happy for you.
Yep. And then somebody says, is the White Castle in Orlando still there? What did you mean by Ghost Kitchen? I guess that's for you, Jimmy.
So there's a real, they obviously opened up the new White Castle, an actual fast food restaurant, a regular one. And they did that up in Orlando. I don't know where it is yet, but we're going to go in a couple weeks to Universal, so I want to swing by there and grab some.
It's supposed to be huge, isn't it? It's supposed to be about one of the bigger ones.
I think it's the biggest one that they have in the country.
That's what I thought.
And that was, I don't know, about 2 years ago when they opened that one. Yeah. And, we talked about that there was lines. 3-hour and 4-hour lines that people were waiting to get in there and everything. I don't know the exact address, but it is up in Orlando. But I had gone up right around when they had opened, and I looked on their app and I, to see where they were so that we could go, and I placed an order for it on the app. Well, I'm looking at the address on my phone. We're on our way there to pick them up. Carla's looking at the address on her phone, and they're 2 different addresses. Come to find out, the one that we ended up getting the burgers from was from a ghost kitchen that was around. I don't know what the proximity of it was to the real White Castle, but it was a ghost kitchen, and that's where they'll do like all kinds of fast food. They'll have Taco Bell, White Castle, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, and basically it's just a building with all the different cooking in the back. And matter of fact, you never even talk to in the one that we went to. You never even talk to a human. You go up, you place your order, and you punch in your order when you get there, your order number, and your food's waiting for you in a locker.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It looks like they converted an old roller skating rink.
Interesting.
Because they got the big window in the front where you would like go up and rent skates, right? Well, that was there, but nobody was there, and it was all just kind of blocked off.
Was it that big?
The building was that big.
Okay.
And then they had a couple of like iPads on each side, and you punched in your order, and then you see, there were a couple of the walls had lockers, just like, you'd put your shoes type thing. So and that's where they put your food when it's ready. So that's where we ended up buying. Now they were just as good. They were, the way they normally prepare it, but it wasn't the White Castle.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet. But this one's the one that we went to in Jersey, up in Ledgewood. There's a couple of them in Jersey, but that's the closest one to where I was at.
All right, very cool. If you're ever in the area, try them out. You will definitely. Jimmy gives it 2 thumbs up. White Castle.
Yep.
And,
what's the one that they compare it to down here? Crystals is supposed to be very similar.
That's
so
all I've ever had. I've never had a fresh White Castle.
Maybe I'll have to try Crystals now.
I enjoy Crystals, but to me, I'm guessing they're very similar.
Yeah.
I know, Jimmy, you had a story about a driver, crazy situation with a guy in a car, and I got a story about an airplane guy that was acting a little bit awry, too.
Well, this happened out in California, and obviously, like we always talk about with different scenarios, laws vary from state to state. So a dude in California, they were sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, and the passenger in this one car opened up his door because just prior to that, a motorcyclist kind of drove up in between. And let's see, they got an actual name for that, where it is called lane splitting. Okay. And that's where motorcycles ride in between cars in the lanes, right? So he'd done it, and he almost hit this dude's car. So he opened up his car door to prevent it from happening again. And then, of course, what happens? Well, a guy on his motorcycle comes up, and he's got a one of those webcam pros on his helmet type thing. GoPro type thing on his helmet. And he's coming up, and he has a exchange with the guy in the car. Well, come to find out, in California, that is actually legal to do, where the motorcyclist can.
Oh, because it drives me crazy.
Do lane splitting, right?
Yeah.
They can go up in between, right? It's legal there. And I looked into it a little bit, and there's a bunch of states, Arizona, Hawaii, Montana, and Utah, all allow at least some form of lane splitting. There's a bunch of states that have no regulation on it, so I don't know what that means. If you don't regulate it, does that mean that you can do it? But I don't know. Jersey's one of those.
Okay.
But down here in Florida and Georgia and some other, matter of fact, the majority of states, lane splitting is illegal. So if you see it down here,
California's like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah.
Smoke pot. Who cares?
And luckily, the motorist had seen the guy in time, so he didn't have an accident. But he was obviously a little upset.
Of course.
And the other motorcyclist had almost hit him. So, I don't know. That was gonna kind of be a little bit of the question. Like, would that bother you? I hate it when they do that because again, if they hit your car, they just take off.
Or if you hit them, God forbid.
Yeah, well, that too. Because you usually can't see them, and they come up so fast a lot of times. That's the only part that's the part that really makes it difficult and dangerous is the fact that they come up on you like that so fast. You don't often see them,
One thing that went away that used to, when I lived in the city and you would be in the city, remember the guys on the bicycles? They would do messengers, and they would, I don't remember, but they would tap your car. They would go by if you were in lane, and they hit your car.
Yeah.
And you get startled. I mean, you know what I mean?
Sure.
They'd
Not expecting them.
Yeah, they're flying through the city making deliveries and stuff like that. Obviously, all that went away with social media and the quickness that they have everything. But that was a lot of those kids did that, flying through the city and just doing what they got to do. And that was always you're in your car sitting there in traffic and somebody taps on the back of your car. You think you got hit, but just one of those crazy things. There was a gentleman on a plane from Utah. And he was traveling, and he sort of flipped out.
New Jersey man.
Yeah, and he tried to have sex with this.
He didn't try to have sex. He asked her if she wanted to have sex.
You want to have sex?
Yeah, he didn't
Try to have
forcefully
sex.
try.
What just happened?
Yeah, he didn't forcefully try. He just asked, "Hey, yes."
You want to knock one out?
So, what are you doing in the next 5 minutes?
Yeah, I posted this video, realradio921.com. You can check out some of the news piece on it and the whole story. But
It sucks.
I love how it says tries to have sex. It feels like he physically tried to, but he was just like, "Hey, wanna have sex?" But not just that, unhinged. So he ate 10 weed edibles, 10 before hopping on the flight.
And he tried to also open the door.
And he got unhinged. Well, the flight wasn't to Utah. They had to do an emergency landing in Utah. So the feds could arrest him.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the plane. You got to be like, what the hell is going on? We got to make an emergency landing because this guy's a knucklehead. He also tried to open the door.
So Eric Gapko, the flight was from Seattle to Dallas, and he started acting super crazy. He peeled off his shirt, started puffing on a vape pen. Can't do that. Yelling and hitting on, he was yelling and then hitting on a crew member, not hitting them, propositioning her for sex. So that's
Can't do that.
She wasn't interested.
No, she turned him down.
Yeah,
huh?
she did. She did.
She said, maybe on the way back. I got to see what goes on.
Yeah, after the arrest, he later admitted to chowing down on 10 marijuana edibles before the outburst. But yes, he did assault a flight attendant. He tried to open the plane exterior door multiple times, according to reports. There is chaotic video, which is on realradio921.com. And for some reason, yes, he decided to tear off his shirt, bare-chested, and shout, "I am sane." And nobody believed he was sane. Nope, they were actually like, "You're quite insane." But he was like, I'm sane. As they tried to calm him down, he refused to take his seat. So, of course, what they do, they shackled his hands and feet with restraints.
Got him.
Yeah.
10 edibles.
10 edibles.
How banged up was he?
Like, you would think there's got to be something else besides weed in there. Because, I mean, I don't know. To me, maybe other drugs, psychedelics, because you would think, as my husband calls it, D in the dirt, you would think that would make you just go, whoa, and just kind of just like,
D in the dirt.
just like,
Almost
just
passed out.
Yes, you would think.
That much.
But this made this guy go bonkers. Bonkers.
There are people that'll get to that almost like a passed out stage after one or two.
That's what I'm saying. And for this guy just like banging on his chest, taking off his shirt, propositioning sex. So this is why I go, there may have been something else involved, but because he said just 10 edibles, because he also, according to a passenger was there during the flight, he allegedly tried to hand another passenger a bag of unidentified pills too.
Okay.
Like, hey, you want some of these?
Right.
And the guy's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I think there was a little bit more than just that. If he had unidentified pills, I think he was doing a little cocktail stuff.
Sounds like he was smacked beyond belief.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, if you're a sports fan, you're familiar with him, and a football fan. He's got a lot of jobs this year.
Who's that?
Bill Belichick.
How do you spell that? I'll look that up. See if I can
I
find
think it's
anything on
Bill
him.
is Bill, and Belichick.
Yeah. Just look up the guy who's dating a 23-year-old.
Yeah, he seems to be getting a lot of heat for that, Bill. A lot of people are like, "What the hell's he doing?" But he's going to be on the Manning TV show every time they're on.
Oh, okay. So he's like a co-host now?
Each Monday?
Yeah, each Monday.
All right.
He's also inside the NFL.
Okay.
And he's also doing analysis for CBS on Sundays.
Wow. Busy.
He's very busy. I mean, here's a guy who didn't want to talk. All of a sudden, he's got 3 big jobs.
Multiple networks,
Yeah.
too. I mean, so nothing isolated with one.
No, he's going to be with CBS like you, and then he's also going to do ESPN. So he'll be a very busy guy this September.
Like it.
And a Belichick, like I said, some people have seen him. They like him. They think he's good. He's very, he's an interesting guy. He's very smart. One of the best coaches ever. And I'm sure he'll bring a unique, side to the sportscasting side of talking about the games and what people are thinking and the plays and all stuff like that.
But it's funny, right? As you mentioned, G-Man, the guy who usually used to hate the media is now going to be all over it.
He's going to be part of it.
He's going to be front of it, yep.
That's what everybody's saying. He hates the media, and now he's getting paycheck. He likes it. And he's going to be on the Manning. Like I said, every time the Mannings are on, he's going to be there with his opinion.
And that's interesting, too, because the Mannings they're charismatic. They're funny dudes,
Yeah.
so they must feel like he's going to be a good fit.
Yeah. I mean, I know he sat down with Peyton a couple of times and Eli, so they must feel like you said, this is great. Let's get Coach back.
Because they're not going to want to dud, right?
No. They don't need any. First of all, they don't need anybody. That thing has really been successful, and they have guests every week. I mean, I'd rather listen to the Mannings than the Kelseys, me personally. But it's just, they're crushing it. I mean, they really are. We talked about the Kelseys. They're trying to sell their podcast for $100 million, which is crazy. But I'm sure maybe somebody comes in and bids them maybe not $100 million, but offers them a lot of money.
iHeart will.
Yeah, maybe they will.
47142. Anthony goes, Jimmy gets his fast food from a warehouse. Greek gets his blood drawn and his prostate check in the back of a van to 2024 America. That's from Anthony.
It's not the back of a van.
I'm off Ghost Kitchens. That was 2 years ago. Never go back.
They came to my house. It was a little different. I like the personal touch, like everything else. And I like to be special.
So it wasn't the back of the van. They went into your apartment.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't I wouldn't get in the back of a van and get my blood taken. I mean, come on. What kind of guy do you think I am? Shady? Next thing you know, I'm buying tequila off Glades Road in Boca.
You can.
Yeah, whereabouts?
I think there's a Total White there.
Whereabouts? Total White? Okay.
It wasn't Total White. 877-927-6969. Anything you guys want to bring up, you always can. Football was back last night. Were you jacked up when you saw that? How about your spouse? Was she happy or like, oh, God, this started again? Are you kidding me? And why do people think it's crazy to bet on preseason football? Come on. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to cover. And if you had the Bears, you can say you got screwed today. That's part of betting. It's always a good thing to say you got screwed. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with some fun facts and some apricots and some cherries. We'll be back.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio Olympics update.
The U.S. women's basketball team is 2-0 in Paris after putting away Belgium.
Put up a valiant effort, but the United States books its ticket to the quarterfinal.
The U.S. is tied atop their group with Germany, and those two teams will square off on Sunday. In men's hoops, the U.S., already quarterfinal bound, will wrap up group stage action tomorrow against Puerto Rico.
For NBC's live coverage from Paris, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Please drive along your expressways this morning. 95 and the Turnpike continue to be accident-free, flowing freely as well. We'd have some road work here, Lakeview Avenue westbound after Flagler Drive. That'll be blocking your left lane. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there. Great entertainment and a 5-star menu. And Tuesdays is Tomahawk Tuesdays. Massive 36-ounce bone-in ribeye and a bottle of Tito's. 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Monroe's of Palm Beach. And any sporting event, tie yourself to Monroe's because your team will win even if it loses because the beautiful girls will make you feel like a winner. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Peace.
You're a Florida homeowner. You understand severe weather. But did you know that everyday elements like sun, rain, heat, and humidity can also wreak havoc on your home? From hurricanes to heat waves, StormSmart can protect your home 365 days a year with storm catcher screens, aluminum shutters, and impact windows and doors. They're each designed to look great, increase your living space, and provide the protection you deserve because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Looking to make the most money on the sale of your vehicle? GiveMeTheVin.com buys all makes and models from $2,000 to $200,000. They buy them all at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Is there a sticker on your garage door? If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers are not created equal. No matter who installed your garage door, you can call us to repair it. Our technicians are expertly trained on the widest range of equipment with the experience to solve any problem. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. After we fix it, we'll put our sticker on it. So your husband has someone to call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to what's happening right now at the Olympics on Two Guys, Five Rings, the essential iHeart podcast for the Summer Games.
Have you ever carried a torch for someone?
It's all about the athletes.
Simone Biles is about to be taken on the ride of her life astrologically.
And the culture.
I'm Matt Rogers. And I'm Bowen Yang. We're the Two Guys.
Listen to Two Guys, Five Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search Two Guys, Five Rings, and start listening.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Weather partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. We'll see some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid, highs in the low 90s. We've got a heat advisory in effect. That heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself. Thanks for listening to Real Radio. We got a giveaway today at 12:45. Imagine Dragons. That's coming at you at 12:45. A big giveaway. That show, I've had this circled for 2 years. 2 years I've had it circled. Me and Jimmy are going to be jacked up for that show that night. Got our T-shirts ready to go.
Me and you in the pit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That'd be crazy. I hate people touching me, but I'll make a switch. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
A lot of free feels go on there.
Free what?
Feels.
Feels.
What do you think I said?
I thought that's what you said.
I was like, what?
I'm used to paying for it.
That's my point. Wow, this is free?
Free feels.
And, of course, it's Francis here.
Hey.
And it's time for fun facts about what?
It's Fanny's Fun Facts. All right. Today is a day that Jimmy probably celebrates every weekend. It is International Beer Day.
What?
What? You heard me.
Hello.
International Beer Day. So crack yourself open a cold one or pour a nice cold one on draft and enjoy yourself a cerveza. And I got some fun facts. I'll let you know what else it is if you don't like beer. We got National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. I like a good ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
It's National Water Balloon Day.
Don't throw one.
You can get in a water balloon fight. Don't what?
Don't throw one.
Well, what's the point?
I meant in here.
Oh.
They're fun, though.
They are fun.
Especially if you don't like somebody. You're like, bang! Yeah, bang!
I was going to say, the fun part is throwing up.
Yeah.
In your face!
It's fun.
Yes. So we are going to get into some facts about beer. And these are ones that are quite random. It's not going to be your typical beer facts. In fact, we'll start with this one. Beer. There's a place, Czech Republic, consumes the most beer per capita annually. They have sat at the top of the list for 26 years. On average, I know, come on, USA.
A long time.
On average, they consume 143.3 liters per capita annually. However, when it comes to alcohol in general, the Czech Republic slips to fourth place. So they say what it is about Czechs and beer. Czech is the birthplace of Pilsner, with brewing dating back to 993, and beer costs less than bottled water there. So I get it. They're like, why am I going to buy water when I can buy beer for less?
Yeah.
They say without a doubt, Europe is the center of the beer drinking world, taking a total of 8 spots on the top 10. Austria at 3rd, Germany at 4th, Poland at 5th, Ireland at 6th, Romania at 7th, Estonia at 9th, Lithuania at 10th. And this is very interesting. They say 2 African countries fill the other spots. So not even the U.S. in there. Uh-huh.
What's going on?
What is up? Beer was actually illegal in Iceland until 1989.
I remember that.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You were the chairperson to get it legalized there, if I remember right.
We need beer here.
Yeah, we need beer here. But it stopped all the envelopes. That's what hurt.
They say Iceland was the first country in Europe to prohibit all alcoholic beverage in 1915, but while other forms of alcohol became legalized, they said from as early as 1922, they said poor old beer remained banned until March 1st, 1989. They said, well, what took so long? Iceland had long battled with Denmark over their independence, and as the Danes were big fans of Dutch, they call them Danes, big fans of a brew, it was viewed as unpatriotic to enjoy it.
Wow. And your beer's probably going to be so cold in Iceland. That's what doesn't make sense,
You would
right?
think, with all that ice.
I'm just saying, right? It's on ice
That's
already.
the confusing part.
Yeah.
Greenland's icy, Iceland's green.
Pretty much.
They're like,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you just put the beer outside already, it's cold.
Somebody had too much beer when they were naming them.
This sounds cool. In Austria, in Terenz, Austria, West, there's a place where you can combine your love of beer with your love of athletics.
Ooh. We did that here.
Starkenberger Brewery, yeah, I mean, we do beer runs and stuff, but has a pool filled with beer, which is not only a major novelty, but it also said to have benefits for the skin, which we've heard before. Beer is rich in calcium and other vitamins that will help your skin conditions and that can help with skin condition. And hops have calming agents to help you relax.
So beer on your face is good for your skin? I never
Swimming in it?
Yeah, swimming in it.
That sounds weird.
It's good for your skin. I've heard it's good for your hair.
Have you ever heard
Sounds
that?
like a waste of beer to me.
Well, you can drink it
Sounds
right
like,
there.
yeah, right.
You bring your cup. Like
There's
a Dixie cup
there's
with
a
you.
beer spa in Orlando.
Really?
I got to look it up, but I sent this to my girls, and they were just like, I'd rather have a wine spa. But there's a beer spa where you're actually soaking beer while you're drinking, not the beer that you're soaking in, but you can drink beer. Yeah, it's a beer spa. It's pretty new in Orlando area. I doubt they...
Sound like it would be very...
I don't know. I'd sit in beer.
It's weird. Yeah. So I wonder if there's a head on top of the pool, like, the beer head.
Yeah, you're hiding there.
Yeah, It's crazy. You walk by, you're like, wow, that pool looks weird.
Did you know that beer pong was invented in the 50s? I thought that was a newer thing. I know it became very popular because of college kids and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, beer pong has been around since the 50s. Yep. They said former President Barack Obama was the first president to ever brew a beer in the White House.
Oh, wow.
And let's see. If you want to chill your beer the fastest, this is one of those you're welcome situations. And if you haven't heard this, now you know. You can chill a beer in 2 minutes. Just put ice and salt in a bowl and stir it with your bottle or can in it. Right. So there you go. If you are like, man, I really want a beer right now, but it's not cold. There you go. And there you go for some fun facts about beer.
Fun facts about beer. Went up to when I was up at Jersey. I went into a gas station. I said, "They sell beer in the gas stations up here now, or are they still antiquated?" Nope, same old.
Really?
Same old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything is the same up there. It's liquor stores are the only place you can buy any alcohol in New Jersey, and Pennsylvania is even more bizarre. We went into a Giant, which is like a Publix, and we went in there, and I put up 2 12-packs. One of what I drink and one of what Carla drinks, and the guy says, I can't sell that to you.
Why?
It's too much.
Really?
It's too much. You can only buy so much at a time. But here's the dumb part is, like anything, you can always get around it. I could buy one, take it out to the car, come right back in and buy another one. It'd be just fine.
Silly.
I think it's a total of 96 ounces at a time you can purchase. It's a weird thing, but not all grocery stores, not all gas. As a matter of fact, the gas stations don't sell it at all. Like 7-Elevens and places like that, they don't sell it at all. It's only in I don't know how you get a designation for it. And of course, in Pennsylvania, they also have the state-run liquors, but then again, that's just for liquor spirits. That's not the beer.
Does Jersey still have that law on Sundays, the blue law, where you can't buy beer till 12? Remember, that was a law that was in there. You could only buy beer had to be 12 o'clock. Because
was it just alcohol in general?
Alcohol and beer,
I thought it was no alcohol sales on Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah. We have areas here in unincorporated towns where you can't purchase alcohol until after 12 on Sunday.
Okay.
That's a Florida thing.
Some places, you are correct. You are correct. A lot of states do that. I know Georgia did the same thing.
Yeah. I know Jersey was 12.
It varies by jurisdiction.
I thought you couldn't buy it at all on a Sunday up there.
When we had the liquor store years ago, you could sell. It was 12 o'clock. But again, that was years ago, so maybe it's changed.
Okay.
And the gas has not changed, right?
No, you don't get out. don't get out of your car.
Yeah,
and it's such a habit, but
Florida's just like, do whatever you want. Generally, it's permitted, but it does vary from county to county. But generally, yes, it's permitted to sell starting at like 7 in the morning.
Did you go to a wedding one time and there was no alcohol?
Pigeon Forge is it's in a dry county, and that's in Tennessee.
Right. But can you bring it with you or no?
I did.
But I mean, are you allowed? Or
it was a private wedding, so I don't. I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask. My ex-husband and I, we bought a bottle at the time because Tito's wasn't around. We bought a bottle of Grey Goose, and I told you guys that we were making drinks in the back of our trunk, and everybody else decided that's where the party was. So we shared because it was dry county. We didn't realize that till we showed up to the reception, and we were like, what?
No.
No
now,
booze?
can you drink? Not even drink in your home?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah, you can. You go out.
You just can't purchase.
You just can't purchase it.
No, I don't know. I thought maybe just not even your house.
But I don't want to answer for that venue. That venue may have rules of whether, what you can do. I mean, you did it and got away with it, but they may not permit it. I don't know. But
some venues may not. I mean, it's not like we were just going around going, hey, everybody, come over here. We got vodka in our car.
Wow.
But the venue, there wasn't really many workers either. It's like they picked a beautiful venue on a mountain, but I think they staffed it themselves too. It was just the venue itself. But I think it's still the same. I know a lot of people visit Pigeon Forge. It's next to Gatlinburg, but Gatlinburg, you can buy booze. Pigeon Forge, can't.
Right. There's plenty of, there's a lot of counties, dry counties still out there. Yeah. Carolinas, I know. There's a couple of them. Yep.
So Pornhub, Franny, their sales are going up.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Their sales, their viewership. How about you, Jimmy? Are you looking up Olympian searches?
Olympic
searches on Pornhub?
No, I haven't.
No.
The old javelin, the old shot put.
But that's what they're saying, that they are seeing a huge spike, and it's not because of these horny athletes. It's just people, like, maybe they look up an athlete or they see them doing certain things. They're like, I wonder if there's porn around that. But yeah, they're seeing the Paris Olympics have led to significant boosts in searches for Olympic-themed videos.
The breaststroke.
They said they noticed right after opening ceremony with searches for the terms Olympics started climbing by 4,876%.
Wow.
The athlete increasing by 505%, hoping maybe that they could find one of the athletes doing some amateur porn. They said the surge in interest parallels the infamous reputation of the athletes' villages as a hotspot, right, for sexual activities. They said despite the use of these anti-sex beds, organizers have provided various sex-related resources for the athletes, which we have talked about. But yes, Olympic-themed videos. I'm curious to see what's going to pop up.
Yeah. Is everybody get a medal?
Well, I know it's going to pop up, but
do people get medals for that?
Yeah.
Here's a gold medal, here's a silver medal, and here's a bronze.
Yeah, so the searches, right, athlete, sex Olympics, porn Olympics, Olympic sex games, and nude Olympics are the searches that people have been looking at.
Oh, I'm glad they're giving some people some inspiration.
I wonder if people are thinking, since they hear it's such a hotbed for sex, all the Olympics and the Olympic Village, if they're thinking that some of it's going to be filmed and put up.
Sure it is.
I wonder if that's what, like, hoping that they're going to catch, they're going to get some inside access to it.
Never know. I mean, people are definitely unique in a lot of different things that they like or that turn them on. I would never think of that. Like, you look up Olympic athletes and see, like, okay, this is going to help us at Pornhub.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine guys that have that job. Hey, Joe, look at this. Check out this. What's going up? It's crazy.
How about that,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
those stats. Whoever's doing the stats on
Right?
that. Yeah.
47142 started off with Real Radio. We were talking about the lane splitting with the motorcycles.
Right.
Somebody says, you catch that guy with the door one time. Yeah, they'll probably quit their lane splitting. Yep. And then we have...
Oh, no doubt.
Let's see. We had... I'm sorry, we got a bunch of text messages here. There's something fishy about you, Greek, or maybe it's just lobster tails in your trunk. It says, Jimmy is busier than the last cucumber in a lady's prison. Oh, my goodness. And Franny, you're just a sweet frosting on the cake. Have a great weekend, guys. Can I please hear Misspeak number... Ooh, are we already at this? 222.
Oh, yes,
and that's
we
from
are.
our boy JJ.
All right,
222.
JJ. There you go. That one is pretty close by. Number 222.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
Most common lies people tell. What do you think? I said the common one was just 2 words.
I love you.
Math is fun.
I can't count. Sponsored by Jason Weiser, Personal Injury Eternity.
A new word. My friend's cousin made it up.
So I'm sure they're trying to pick up anybody that they can get who's available to fill the void. Maybe they catch lightning in a battle. Your Honor, I like to strike the bench. We also think MLB will turn the other eye.
That sounds painful.
Some of the things the NFL tries to do, they always try to keep it some new things and wrinkles in the league.
Wrinkle-free and not too starchy.
Keep betting against the Marlins. They're playing the Braves this weekend. Cincinnati, where you're at, sports betting's legal, so I'm not telling you to do anything above ground. Stop thinking. The Marlins, hopefully they can get a W tonight. They are playing at 6:40. I think the game starts at 6 o'clock. It's very unique. It's very different.
That could be even like a few moments later. We have more text. There's a shampoo that has these same chemicals as beer. It's called Body on Tap.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I like to have your body on my tap.
And then we have regarding lane splitting again. My friend in Los Angeles was in law enforcement while off duty. He was riding his Harley in heavy traffic. He saw an altercation ahead of him, so he lane split his bike through traffic to get to the area of conflict. It was a child abduction. When he approached the kidnapper, he identified himself as law enforcement. He immediately became in the line of gunfire.
Oh, God.
He laid his bike down for cover, pulled his weapon, and took the suspect out with one shot to the head. That's crazy.
Wow.
Now, this was in the middle of heavy traffic. He said if he was not on his bike at the time, the child possibly may have been abducted and never found. That's when I heard about legal lane splitting in California. So, wow, that's a pretty intense.
Yeah.
Pretty intense story, but glad
it worked out well.
The child did not get abducted, yeah.
Jimmy, is it time to spin the wheel?
Yeah, we are right at
I
that
think it's your
time.
turn.
All right, it is, and I'll get it out. Let's get it back out. All right, and here we go. Oh, number 135. All right, here we go, kids.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
465 million. Excuse me. I beg to be differ.
Begging is useless.
Every hole I put it in, there's a problem.
You're telling me.
Yeah, it was a little aggressive. I can just see, like, in my head.
I can see he's thinking about it a lot.
We don't want to also add to this and be a male content.
What the hell?
Our girl Franny tells you a couple things to do this weekend. Put a smile on your face and a move in your food.
Good move, bad move.
And then you didn't wear able to hear the biscuit three.
I did not have biscuit three.
Please, for the love of God, take the damn marbles out of your mouth before you open your mouth on the radio.
Got it.
It was not, really. I mean, I paid people's rent for years. I don't get any. Oh, that's good.
What?
Whatever.
Why is the brain working?
That sports betting is just running rapid.
That is your What the Florida.
We went on a little bit of a side tangent.
That's not a word.
Oh, side tantric.
Some awesome ones today, I got to tell you. Just back to back to back. Woo! Great job, Jimmy. You are tremendous. You really are. Thank God you came back. You're doing an excellent job. We missed you. So I know we got a couple of things to get involved with today. Justin Timberlake, he's got a big day in court today, right? JT.
He does.
Oh, no. The DUI?
The DUI.
Now, what's going to, is he going to, people are saying he thinks he's going to beat the wheel.
So he's pleading not guilty to these DUI charges.
Right.
Did this already happen? Let's see. Please not guilty, DUI, because I'm looking as of an hour ago, so this might have happened already. Judge suspends license in New York. So June 18th, we know that he failed to stop at a stop sign, and but this is, according to the officer that pulled him over, this was his second time he pulled him over in the same evening. First time he just let him go with a warning. But it looks like, he already had his virtual court appearance in Sag Harbor, and he pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor charge of driving drunk. Mm-hmm. They said Justice Carl Arese also officially suspended his driver's license and permission to drive in New York. The next court hearing is a lawyer conference, and that is scheduled for next Friday.
What really makes him, I think, look bad in this situation is that he got pulled over twice in a night. I mean, you get pulled over the first time, you're a gazillionaire, you got a break, get a car service, call Uber, do something. You get back in the car, that just doesn't look good to me. And he has the means to handle it in so many different ways. But you get pulled over once, and that's a break, and a lot of people don't get that break, and then you get pulled over a second time. Not a great situation. I mean, just not.
Then he went on stage and joked about it.
That wasn't cool either.
And that's, I think, probably rubbed some people in the wrong way, which I can't say I blame him. I mean, that's not something you exactly want to really joke about.
No, because God forbid you could have got hurt or injured somebody else.
Yeah.
Which is not a cool thing. So we'll see what happens where it ends out. At the end of the day, if he loses his license, it'll be an inconvenience, but it's not going to affect him.
Yeah, and this was according to TMZ that was reporting this, and this is why they were saying that the cops made a bunch of mistakes during this. And this is what they were using for their case. So on the day of incident that he was drinking, it was the American Hotel in Sag Harbor. He was drinking along with his friends. So when he got pulled over, what I heard was his buddies was a couple that was following him, or he was following a couple home, and that's when he ran the stop sign, swerved lanes, got pulled over. So the couple they said they pulled up to the location where he was at, and the woman got out of the car and asked the cops, "Are you going to arrest Justin Timberlake?" is what she said.
Really?
Yeah. And she also offered to drive him home in her and her husband's car, but the cop did refuse instead of taking him to jail. Like, don't worry, let him park his car, we'll drive. So that she was like, well, then can I drive his car back to our house since you're taking him into custody? So the police was like, yes, that's fine. And so she drove his car home or to her house.
Was she drunk?
Yeah. So sources told TMZ that woman had also been drinking at the same bar 2 hours before Justin joined her. So that's what the cops were using on his side, saying that, that obviously he failed field sobriety, refused a breathalyzer. We know all that. And he admitted to the officer that he did have one martini. But they're saying that the cops may have not had good judgment in what's going on, especially with him, because their judgment obviously was not clear in the fact that they let somebody who had been drinking drive away.
Right.
So that's their fight.
Yeah, that one, the initial stop that, he was let go on. I mean, that cop, is he going to lose his job?
That was the same cop.
Same cop.
Yeah,
right?
Same cop.
Same cop.
Same cop. I mean, he did not lose his job, obviously.
I guess as a police officer, that's your preference if you want to give somebody a warning. You know what I mean? You get pulled over, you say, hey, I'm going to give you a warning. And he could always say in court, he didn't seem that intoxicated. He did say he had one drink, so I gave him a warning. I don't think you get in trouble for that. But then 20, whatever it was, an hour later, then he pulled him over again. And then the girl, I mean.
And so that's the case that they're saying that there were significant errors during that stop and investigation, saying, all right, you're saying this guy's drunk, but you're letting another person who's had drinks and not even asking questions drive home his car.
But I don't know if you could even prove that, because even so the girl gets in a car. How do you know? She might have had one drink too. I mean, unless you test somebody, you don't know.
But that's what happens when you have a good lawyer. They'll find anything to get you out of it.
Oh yeah,
and that's what they were doing.
Oh yeah, they're gonna look into anything.
Yeah, or a good lawyer money to get a good lawyer. Yes.
Yeah. See, in the state of Florida, if you refuse to blow, you're done. Then you lose it for a year automatically. I don't know how New York.
Well, and that might be what happened. He's not allowed to drive in New York.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations. I saw an interview with the bartender one night on one of the TV stations talking about him. They go to everybody and they ask him. Remember, Billy Joel went the next day and he was pissed because that was his place he goes for breakfast, and there was so much media attention, and then he just took off. He's like, I don't want to deal with this. But yeah, I mean, definitely broke the law. There's no doubt about it. I think the worst thing is that he got pulled over and they get a break and then he gets pulled over again. I mean, imagine when the cop the second time. Imagine if that was like a regular person. You get a break. I don't care where you are. And then a cop sees you again and pulls you. You got to be like, all right, just take me in. I'm done. What am I going to do? I just got a break. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So we have another request, and I don't know if it's a misspeak or just, I think it might be in a misspeak, but it might have something you have to look for, Jimmy.
All right. See if
At
we can-
47142 says, does Jimmy know what misspeak it is with the golfer that gets a double bogey? And Greek goes, nice.
That's with Johnny.
Yeah.
That was one of the early ones, and that was Koepka, I think. We were talking about that he
Okay.
got a double bogey, and I remember I go, that's nice. And Johnny goes, is that sarcasm? It was one of the early ones.
Let's see if I can find.
Yeah, I mean, no worries. I know sometimes it's difficult to
Pinpoint
There's
them.
so many of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to stop at 3,006.
Oh, wow.
We decided
That's a lot.
Is it ever too much Greek? I mean, really? For you? Yes, 5 after 10. Oh, my God. So as I pull in, you're like, oh, my God. Sometimes I hide my car on the side.
Do you?
So Franny
Just
gets
waiting?
No, so you get excited. You think he's not here. Nice, yeah. And then I pop out. I go, hey, Franny.
Surprise.
And you're like, oh, God. My God. Why couldn't he call in sick?
It is in a misspeak, and I don't know which one it is, but I do have the drop itself.
There you go.
Koepka got a double bogey on a par 5.
That's great.
Is that sarcasm?
No.
I love that. Like he's like, even Johnny doesn't know what to say.
That's great. Double bogey. Awesome.
So good.
That run that you have of that's nice. I've had a lot of people come up to me with those that they say they die laughing.
Yeah, we should get into that later. Those are fun.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're so funny.
That's where I thought I had it, but I couldn't find it there real quick. But
I saw
anyway.
my buddy Ryan Leeds the other day. We used to be with him for a long time at the Prime Cigar, and I told him, I said, "Yeah, you're in one of the misspeaks when you're in your cast 6 months." And I go, "That's good." It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Getting ready for the weekend. You're going to need 2 things: a duck and an umbrella, because it's going to rain a lot. You know what the umbrella is for. The duck. If you see the duck floating by, don't go outside. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
It was April 10th, 1912, that the British liner RMS Titanic set sail from England.
Oh, damn.
Oh, were you
Yeah.
like 10?
No, I was not alive when the Titanic set sail, nor when it crashed. But I do know, based on
Days later.
Thanks for clarifying.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Drive times on I-95 and the Turnpike up to speed for the Friday drive. We do have roadwork slowing us down. State Road 7, this is south before Belvedere, left lane blocked, and Lakeview Avenue, westbound before Flagler Drive, taking up a left lane there. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Were Christians fooled by Sound of Freedom? This week on Red Pilled America, we talked to the Colombian woman who was portrayed as the supervillain in Sound of Freedom, and her story exposes the shocking truth behind the film that took the Christian community by storm. Listen to Red Pilled America wherever you hear podcasts.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180.
No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
From hurricanes to heat waves, Florida homeowners have seen it all. That's why they trust StormSmart. Stormcatcher screens, shutters, and impact windows provide year-round protection because smart is made to last. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home ready to handle strong winds and heavy rain? Don't stress. Expert Shutter Services is here to help. The largest storm shutter manufacturers on the Treasure Coast, Expert Shutter Services offers top-notch protection with Cat 5 rated Ultra Shield hurricane screens and Nautilus rolling shutters. Call Expert Shutter Services now for a free in-home consult at 772-871-1915. That's 772-871-1915. Expert Shutter Services. We're taking the shutter industry by storm.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. We'll see some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid, highs in the low 90s. We've got a heat advisory in effect. That heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
Hey there, folks. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes here from the Amy and TJ podcast.
That's right. We are bringing you the Tea from Paris every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Tea from Paris. I don't know if we're married to that name, but the point is, we'll tell you what's going on. We'll tell you what's hot, what's not.
Bottom line, everything you need to know that's going on in Paris during the 2024 games, you're going to get it from us.
Listen to Amy and TJ on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Amy and TJ
and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday, getting ready for the weekend. That's our job, to pump you up and get you ready for the weekend. We'll also give you some things that you do for the weekend that maybe you want to put on your agenda. And one might be maybe getting a hotel room and just banging it out. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Randy's here.
Hey.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, last night there was some football and people were happy. They were like, oh my God, football's back. It was only preseason. It was the Hall of Fame game, but it was a taste. And sometimes a taste can bring you back. And boy, was it a good taste, because the game went over and the Bears won. If you had the Bears, the bad thing is you got something to, you got screwed last night because you should have won. And all the casinos didn't pay everybody out, all the apps and everything like that, because they're 5-letter word that I want to say, but they're little bitches. They should have paid you. They take millions of dollars. Pay the people at the Bears. Come on. I'm a little disappointed, but again, that's what happens when you deal with people. They disappoint you. But the Bears won and the over came in, and that was the good thing. Baseball this weekend. The Marlins are taking on the Atlanta Braves. Franny has a piece of that team. Keeps it quiet, but they are playing the Braves. Yankees are hosting. They're home against Toronto. And the Mets are out in California taking on the Angels. Well, that's what it looks like. And you want to talk about the NFL getting a win last night. Not only did they have their new Hall of Fame case, last week they got ruled that they had to pay $4.7 billion for the Sunday ticket. Well, now it got overruled by a new judge who said that their jury did not listen to instructions. So it looks like a whole new trial. So the NFL, when so many people were like, yes, they finally got it in the chin, doesn't look like they got it in the chin. Looks like there's going to be a new trial, and what they were supposed to pay, they're not going to have to pay, and we'll see what happens. And they might not even lose in another trial. So the NFL wins even when they're not playing games. It is so unbelievable. And that is your Greek trifecta for lunchtime. Meow.
If I can hop right on that real quick, I saw this morning. Venue is another streaming app that's going to come out, right? So they want to put together a joint venture backed by Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, and they're going to build a sports package that you can buy for $42.99 a month. So, like, if you don't have any service, whether it's cable or satellite or even like YouTube TV, this is something for sports fans that you can get, and it'll give you as many football games or a lot of sports that'll be on all of those applications. The service is expected to debut in the fall in conjunction, obviously, with the start of the NFL season. Subscribers to Venue will have access to linear sports networks, including ESPN2, ESPN-NU, SE, the SEC network, ACC network, ESPN News, ABC, Fox, Fox Sports 1, 2, I don't know BTN. I'm not sure what that is. TNT, TBS, True TV, as well as ESPN Plus. So that'll be pretty much one package. Obviously, you don't hear Prime. Obviously, they're their own, so you're still not going to get the Thursday night with that.
Yes. How about
Peacock? Peacock is they're a separate one on their own as well. So at least you'll get a lot of these major networks. But again, if you just want sports and you're not looking for another big, pack like YouTube TV type thing, then this might work for you. And it's significantly less expensive, maybe by about 1/3. The price tag has long been expected to total more than a consumer would pay for a standalone regional sports network, which costs about $20 to $30 per month, and less than a larger digital program package like Hulu, Live TV, YouTube TV, which is there. And I know with YouTube, we're right around $75 a month. So it might be a little less expensive for you if you want to get something just geared towards sports with the upcoming football season. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested.
Very, very cool.
Now,
So, go ahead.
No, I had one question. I don't know if it said in the article. Would you be able to, or probably not, get the Sunday ticket with that?
Whether or not they would offer it with it, I mean, you would have to pay for that extra, just like you do with YouTube TV. It did not say.
Because then you would say, you know what I mean? Like you get all the games, the NFL games. Because now you're only going to get the NFL games that are.
Well, if you wanted the Sunday NFL ticket, couldn't you just go to the NFL app?
Yeah,
I think so.
And purchase that as its own streaming service.
Yeah, I was just asking. Maybe it was in that.
Whether they would do some sort of a bundle, they might end up bundling. There was another part of the article that was talking about doing some other bundles with Hulu or Max or something like some of those channels as well. It's all about that, right? It's all about bundling some of these groups, these streaming services now together.
I read an article a while ago, and one of my buddies who works for the NFL, and I was always surprised. We talked about this 10 years ago or 15 years ago that the NFL didn't go with pay-per-view. We talked about it where, you just want a special game. Say you want the Eagles and Giants and you pay $29.95. But they said at the time a lot of these deals were going to be 20-year deals or 10-year deals. And they had people in the NFL who said, hey, you know what? What's on the horizon? What they're getting now from Amazon, Peacock, billions of dollars. So we don't want to be locked into anything. So they were, very smart that they saw this vision, of what they thought was going to happen. Because I always said, man, why don't they? I know it's a contradiction to the Sunday ticket, but there'd be so many fans that'd be like, all right, I want to buy that. You know what I mean? I just want to watch the Cowboys and Redskins.
Right.
But they had this with the streaming and stuff like that, different angles, and where they just make so much money.
They're making you buy the entire NFL Sunday ticket versus just individual games that you want to see. Like if if I'm a Bills fan and I only want to watch the Bills games throughout the season, outside of them playing Miami, because obviously we'll see those. But the point being is, could I just buy them for maybe $5 for one game or something like that? I don't know why. They might get to that someday, maybe. Outside of buying the whole Sunday ticket, or do they want to force you to buy the entire Sunday
I don't know
NFL ticket?
I never had the NFL ticket. I don't know. I know for bars it's very expensive. And it depends on your seats. I know some bars and restaurants, my friends have it. It's between $10,000 and $20,000 for the year. That's what they pay. But again, obviously they make it. I don't know for a home how much it is, because I still think for a home
$350, something like that. I want to say,
Oh, it's not bad.
Let me look that up.
That's pretty
before
bad.
I say
that's not
anything,
bad. $350 for the year. I thought it was a lot more than that. I thought it was like $1,000. And I'm sorry for anything.
No,
you're fine.
So did you have something you wanted to get to?
Oh yeah, I was going to get into a text, but I'll wait till Jimmy's done.
Go ahead. It'll take me a minute.
I
to
know,
find
but
this,
it's in regards to a misspeak. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, what would you like? I can get one ready.
I was just going to be impressed because people pay attention, and I'm going to be impressed if this is it. They said Franny, the misspeak that Kepka double bogey is number 38.
All right. Well, I trust
If it's
their
on
audience.
there,
I do.
I'm going to be impressed. Yeah.
Number 38. Takes a while to scroll through them all.
I know.
All right, here we go.
This is your Greek Misspeak Review.
It's at the end of the day, it's what works for you.
Of course.
For me, you can get smacked all you want. I don't really. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm always used to it. 99.100 girls I dated drank.
That makes sense to me.
And sometimes when somebody blocks you, it could actually be a benefit for you.
What?
Here's some good news. There is actually technology now where you can actually regenerate brain tissue.
I'm going to tell you about the boss, Bruce Springsteen, what he's got coming out, so you can circle your calendar. Actually, now I actually almost don't say something. Sorry, so I don't want to even do it. So
hello, and welcome to this edition of What the Hell Just Happened?
You get beat up for business carry.
Do you even know what you're trying to say?
Kepka got a double bogey on par 5.
That's great.
Is that sarcasm?
No.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. I'm
awesome.
very impressed by you.
Who's that from?
I don't know.
Oh, well, that's very impressive.
That is extremely impressive.
Coming from somebody who can't remember people's name in bed.
Extremely impressive.
Yeah, number 38.
That's insane. Did you find how much it was, Jimmy?
Yes, it is $350 for a year if you have YouTube TV.
Okay, so
great.
you were on point.
If you don't, and you just want to purchase the Sunday NFL ticket by itself, it looks like it's $450.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
But you get every NFL game available.
Yes.
If you think it's too much, hon, I'm not going to.
To me, it sounds like a lot of money.
It's $125 a month.
That's a lot.
You think though?
To me, that sounds like a lot of money. It does.
But
I'll
you're
just
home
go to
every
somebody else's
Sunday.
house to watch it.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. Go,
Yeah.
this was us. That was us.
Talking about the Olympics, and I've watched his career but Andy Murray, he's a British tennis player.
Yeah.
I love how he ended. So he said going into the Olympics that he was going to be done.
Yeah, this
is going to be his final match. And unfortunately, he lost. But fortunately for us, he lost to Team USA in doubles. And this happened yesterday. And so it was him and Daniel Evans lost to Team USA's Taylor Fritz and Tommy Paul in the doubles quarterfinals. But he went to his Twitter, and this is how he announced his retirement. Yeah. All he posted was, never even liked tennis anyway.
That's awesome.
He's been playing since, I think he went pro 2005, so a long time.
Since he's 4, probably.
But I love it. Never even liked tennis anyway.
I didn't care.
And that's just, they say his personality is like that funny, but that's what he put it.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Now, his uncle is Bill Murray.
It is nuts.
Jim, you just got back, but did anything change?
Nope.
He was supposed to do a cameo in Caddyshack 6.
Really?
But it's just there was a big glitch.
What happened to 3, 4, and 5?
Speaking of, I watched, and he's in it, I watched that Ghostbusters, The Frozen Empire.
Oh, yeah.
No? Were your expectations too high?
My expectations were too high. The original ones are just so much better.
Yeah, that's what I heard about that one.
But didn't that one do good in the box office?
I mean, you brought back most of the old guys, right? I mean, they're towards the end. Dan Aykroyd has a bit of a bigger role in it.
I thought that one did like $100 million.
Bill Murray comes a little bit later into it, and what's his name? Ernie, am I saying it right? Ernie Hudson's in it too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he's got a pretty big role in it too.
Yeah.
And then you have the younger generation. One of the kids from Stranger Things is in it, and Paul Rudd.
Yep, that's right.
But it's great cast. It's just
Did an impression.
It did a little bit better than I heard the girl one, and wasn't there a kids one?
Yes.
That kind of wasn't all that great.
Yeah.
I mean, really flopped.
I think that they thought this one because you saw original cast members,
right.
That it was going to do better, but it was still mediocre.
Anytime you got Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd in there, you would think, especially around that old story.
Yep. Do you guys want to give away something? You want to give away a prize?
It is time to give away a prize. Yeah.
It is. Let's do that. Let's get you on that line, 877-927-6969, because we got a pair of tickets up for grabs to go see Imagine Dragons for their Loom World Tour.
Imagine it?
Imagine that. Not Magic Dragons. Imagine Dragons happening on a Friday night, so you can party your ass off August 30th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. And we are playing a new game, newish to you and to us as well. It is called Florida Man Fridays. So I'm going to give you 3 headlines. We're going to have 2 real ones, 1 fake one. You got to let us know which the bogus one is.
I would fail this because I like fake better.
So it's like 2 truths and a lie. That's all you have to do is guess which one is not real, and you will be on your way to go see Imagine Dragons, I Think Financial Amphitheater, August 30th.
Tomorrow's Saturday, and locker room, we're going to be down at Dolphin Stadium at the Hard Rock at their practice. It's going to be a practice open to the public at Hard Rock Stadium. So we're going to be down there checking it out. Tariq Hill, we'll see Chua, Coach McDaniel. All the players will be down there. We'll be doing some stuff for social media and on Instagram that you guys will be checking out. And it should be a cool day. We're going to have some fun down there, me and the boys. My buddy Mike and, of course, Joe's going to be with us. Checking out the Miami Dolphins down at Hard Rock Stadium, and big practice tomorrow. It's open to the public. I don't know if there's still seats available, but we'll be down there tomorrow for the locker room, and we'll do some social media, some posts, and let you guys little videos of what's going on. Maybe I'll get Tua to throw me a pass, because now I know from Palm Beach autographs. I'm like, Tua, throw me a pass. But now it's different, because 2 weeks ago he didn't have his contract. So now I can ask him for $20 and not feel bad if he says yes or no. But that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to be down there checking out the Miami Dolphins, getting ready. Now we're going to see what happens. It could get canceled because you never know with rain. But as of now, we're going down there to hang out with the Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. Jimmy, are we ready?
Yep, we are ready. Let's start. We are starting today's contest with Travis. Travis, welcome to the Penthouse. How are you doing today, buddy?
Travis.
Hello.
Travis, you there?
I'm here.
All right. Are you a big fan of the Dragons?
I am.
What is the nickname
Dragons, right?
Did you ever have a nickname growing up when you were called Travis? Because my buddy was called Travis, and we used to call him Trick.
I was called T-Rav.
See, I know. All Travises have nicknames. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Jim, I mean, there it is.
It's amazing.
It is. It really is. All right, Travis, how this game works, I'm going to give you 3 Florida headlines. 2 are true. 1 is bogus. You just got to let us know which one the fake one is, okay?
All right.
All right. Your first Florida headline is Florida couple married on paddleboards in the middle of the ocean. Doesn't that sound romantic? We also have Florida Pet Store offers classes on teaching fish to do tricks. And Florida man attempts to hold up a Waffle House with his finger guns. I will repeat those again. We have A, Florida couple married on paddleboards in the middle of the ocean. B, Florida Pet Store offers classes on teaching fish to do tricks. And C, Florida man attempts to hold up a Waffle House with finger guns. Which one do you think is the lie?
I mean, they all sound like Florida, but we're going to go with number 2.
The Florida Pet Store offering classes on teaching fish to do tricks?
Yes.
You would be correct. Nice job.
Wow, good job, Travis.
Congratulations.
Wow. Our audience knows our Florida stories,
sure
don't they?
Great job.
All right, Travis, you know the deal. I'm going to put you on hold and get back with you off air, and we'll get you signed up on those tickets. Okay, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Good job,
Nice job.
Jimmy. Thanks for your help. Great job, Franny. I thought they were all true, to be honest with you. The first one you definitely think was true.
The paddleboard?
Yeah, I can see some whack couple doing that. And
Why are they whack?
They get married on paddleboards? Suppose all of a sudden a shark comes out. Then all of a sudden the whole wedding's over.
Did you sign that prenup? Quick, give me your arm.
I mean, all of a sudden, the whole thing's shot. You got people floating in, coming in, sailing in. Shark comes out, knocks one out. And you're like, Jesus, look at this, jet away. All right, so I know you, speaking of marriage, I know you have something that I'm excited about because I'm going to write it down. Questions you should be asking somebody if you get married. So not that I'll ever get married again, but you never know.
Yeah, you should be asking yourself these. But G-Man, you're right. You never know. You said you never would, but I feel like that door is still open.
It is. If I meet a nice guy, you never know.
About the size of a doggy door, but I guess it's open.
He can squeeze through.
Maybe.
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 I think he can squeeze through it.
Anything can happen.
Maybe he can peek through there.
Anything. I'm not going to say it's off the table, but I'm going to say it's in the other room.
That's a tiny table.
But yes, according to MSN Lifestyle Love and Sex section, they say that these are.
They go check that section out.
These are the 10 questions you should really ask your partner before marrying them.
Okay, so
All
this
right?
isn't ask yourself. This is ask your partner.
Ask your partner. All right.
Okay, I am going to write these down.
This ought to be good.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
This one might be difficult to answer, but it almost sounds like you're in an interview. How do you solve problems? By the time you're considering settling down with someone, you probably know how good they are at solving the kind of problems you might face as a couple, but it could be worth having a candid conversation about how your problem-solving abilities work together. They claim. They said, how your partner deals with life hurdles is very important. Some people, they don't deal very well. They don't like conversation. That gets escalated. They start yelling. They said, some people, you have to be able to tackle problems head on.
All right.
What do you think, Jim? What would your answer be? Not to put you
How do I solve problems?
Yeah.
With common sense. I try to look at things from a common sense point of view.
I know, Franny, you're never wrong, but how do you handle things?
Yes, that's it. I'm never wrong. Happy wife, happy life.
I always say
same
I'm
thing.
sorry, even if I'm not.
With I don't. You gotta, but you gotta work. You gotta figure out. Yeah, you gotta figure it out, and that's why with communication.
Okay.
Absolutely, you got to talk about it.
Okay.
Another thing here to ask your partner: what kind of debt do you have? Which I know people don't want to talk about, but sometimes you marry into that debt. So, what kind of debt do you have?
I don't think that's a bad question to ask somebody.
Mm-hmm. But I know people who don't. And they get married and they're like, what? You owe how much in credit cards?
I think that's, I don't think there's anything, if you're going to take the step to commit to somebody, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking.
I agree. There shouldn't be.
I don't think so.
I'm with you. So we had a, am I the a-hole situation yesterday, Jimmy, where this wife was like ready for divorce because when she was with her fiance boyfriend for 3 years before their marriage, he was very tidy and clean and cleaned up after himself and this and that. And once they got married, it stopped. She said that he's a complete slob, mess, doesn't clean up after himself, expects her to do everything. She said bugs are in the house, mystery liquids on the floor, clothes, everything's piled up. So she started getting frustrated. So she just stopped because she was like, I'm not your maid. So she stopped and she said she doesn't even want to be home, that she spends a lot of time at her sister's because her house is that disgusting.
Wow,
and when
that's strange.
And when she asked him, or when she was like, I can't live like this, I'm not your maid. And he was just like, that's what marriage is about. Basically, like once you get married and she's a wife, she should be in charge of all this. When he wasn't like that before. So this puts me to this one here. Things you should talk about before getting married. Ask your partner, what do you think should be, who do you think should be responsible for keeping the house clean?
Okay.
Or anything to do with household chores, if they're shared or not. Conversation you have. So you're just not like this woman was. Just like, what happened? You weren't like this before we got married.
Should be shared.
Shared. Yep. Conversation you should have. Do you want kids? Right? I think that should definitely be asked right before marriage.
A biggie.
That's a biggie.
One of the biggies, I'd say.
They say also ask if so when. If they're
tonight.
Tonight.
Let's just practice.
You pop out a kid tonight?
I got a catcher's mitt.
Let's just practice. This one. We're not going to go through all 10. We'll just skip a few. But can you stick to a budget, or do you oftentimes spend more than you intend to?
Right.
What is a budget?
Yes. How important is sex to you? Questions you should ask before you get married. They said one partner may have a higher or lower sex drive, right? It's normal to talk about it. And it is a good idea to talk to your partner about feelings about sex before your wedding.
So suppose your partner says, twice a week's good. And the other person's like, I want it every night. Is that a problem?
I guess you got to compromise there, I guess. That's the whole point. On here, too. Have you ever been arrested or face any legal troubles?
That's none of their business. My past is none of their business. What?
That's an easy thing. Like, you can just Google that. But you should know that.
But they say your partner's former custody disputes, shoplifting charges, tax evasion, lawsuits, even DUIs are all situations that could have impact on your joint ability to do a variety of things, including taking out loans or applying for residencies in gated communities, stuff like that.
Sure. Even going on vacation. Never know. What's the next one?
Okay. Just breeze past that. How do you feel about divorce?
Not good.
Imagine before you get married. Divorce is a reality that some couples may eventually face, and it's important to know how your partner feels when it comes to the sensitive and difficult topic of ending marriage. Do they have religious beliefs that inform their opinion of divorce? Do your partner's parents have a rock-solid marriage or a nasty split? Are they prepared to discuss the possibility of a prenuptial agreement? They said it's a good idea to check in with your partner's feelings. See, that's a tough one. Like before you get married, so how do you feel about divorce? What are your thoughts here?
I've said this before. My brother has been a therapist for years. And that's one of the things he always tells me that he talks to couples about, because some couples come in for counseling before they get married. And it's one of the questions that I always found, like divorce, like how are you on divorce? What do you think, how you would handle it? How would this person be?
Right. Okay.
And it seemed to me at that time when he would tell me very unusual. But now, it's coming to be more and more common where, like you said, they're asking a person, and do you really know how you're going to be? Because, it depends how the divorce is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if you look at each other, it's a hard question.
It really is because, obviously what are the circumstances around a divorce?
It is
and you can't predict what that'll be.
No, because if somebody gets divorced and they're like, look, it's just not working anymore, that's one thing. Divorce sucks no matter what. But if somebody's not faithful, I think your reaction would be different throughout the whole thing. So that's a tough question to ask.
And then finally here, questions you should ask your partner before getting married is how much alone time do you need to be happy?
23 hours.
It says you may want to have an honest conversation about how each of you value your alone time and couple time before tying the knot. Some people thrive on constant contact with their spouse, and others need a bit more freedom to pursue independent hobbies or time with friends. So when you understand each other's needs for solo and couple time, it can help avoid arguments after the honeymoon.
That's super important.
I got a friend of mine who just went on his first vacation with his girl. They've been dating for 5 months. They just went away last weekend. And he said it was a disaster. And he thinks they're going to break up now. And I said, over vacation, he said they bickered so much on everything.
Because that should be happy time, right?
Yeah, but I think you mentioned last week about the vacation, like about obviously
some people are organized and they have everything a routine set up and they want to be go-getters and go do this, go do that versus I just want to sit on the beach and not do anything.
He said that was one of the main things. Every day she had stuff planned. The other problem that he had was that, he wanted to sleep in.
Right.
He wasn't working. He goes, I want to sleep till 11, but I don't want to get up at 7 and start going. And he said it just spiraled all day. And he said they had a nice relationship up to going away. And like you hear vacation, it's going to end, and it's what you just said, which is crazy.
It kind of goes along the lines that, I mean, a lot of those questions that Franny just brought up that you should ask a partner before you get married. So, I mean, I would hope that at some point you would know a lot of those,
Yes.
right? You would, now you may ask those questions to yourself and go, okay, how is she about, or how is he about? And you can kind of answer it because you know, right?
Yeah.
But again, it kind of goes back to, I know it's living in sin, but living together first kind of gives you a lot of those ideas right up to that's probably the first time that person you're talking about.
First time.
Where they woke up, went to bed together at the same time and everything, as a couple like that, sort of pseudo living together.
He said going on vacation was the last thing I thought when we come back that we would. I'm now thinking about breaking up. Yeah. He said we just fought a lot and we just. The other time he goes,
compatible.
He said 3-4 nights a week we'd see each other, go out to dinner, have a good time. Boom. Next, you're gone. Right. He said, but this is the first time what you just said was a snapshot of living together, and he said it just didn't work out. Yeah. And I was like, that sucks. But but it's better to find out now.
True.
I mean, that's the one
thing.
thing.
Out on a vacation, and you didn't even have to move in.
Yeah.
Right? And go through that expense and heartache.
Yeah, because that sucks. It is the Penthouse. Great job, Franny. Great job, Jimmy. Great guy. What are we going to say? On a special day today, it's my mom's birthday. Jules, you're the best in the world. I can't believe you're my mom. I know you can't either sometimes. Things I used to bring home. We're going to come back with some Florida stories and so much more. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio Olympics Update.
U.S. women's basketball team 2-0 in Paris, putting away Belgium, clinching a spot in the quarterfinals. Brianna Stewart led all scorers with 26, including one from downtown.
Push, Slade, leave it, Stewart in transition for three.
Run is over for the U.S. men's soccer team. They lost 4-0 to Morocco in the quarterfinals and are eliminated.
For NBC's live coverage from Paris, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Palm Beach expressways are up to speed on Southern Boulevard. Look out. Traffic lights not working. Southern East before 103rd Avenue. 2 right lanes are blocked. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Hey, it's Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there. Great entertainment and a 5-star menu. And Tuesdays is Tomahawk Tuesdays. Massive 36-ounce bone-in ribeye and a bottle of Tito's. 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Monroe's in Palm Beach. And any sporting event, tie yourself to Monroe's because your team will win even if it loses because the beautiful girls will make you feel like a winner. It's Monroe's in Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Peace.
When the going gets tough, the tough get Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home. Our storm catcher screens and shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, Storm Smart ensures your experience from purchase through installation is seamless. We know what it takes to keep your home safe, livable, and beautiful. Because Smart is making it easy to protect your home. And Smart is simple. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
$90 marijuana cards during MMJ Health's Meltdown Madness. Limited appointments. Visit MMJ.com/RealRadio. Again, MMJ's $90 Meltdown Madness ends soon. Visit MMJ.com/RealRadio today.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Ugh. Kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. A spider. A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo bug sprays use essential oils to eliminate those pests and up to 20 household insects. Plus, Zevo is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Just spritz the bugs and wipe them away. Zevo. People friendly, bug deadly.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. We'll see some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid, highs in the low 90s. We've got a heat advisory in effect. And heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in The Penthouse on a Friday at TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank you for hanging out with us here in The Penthouse. Hopefully you're having a wonderful afternoon. This is Franny. Good afternoon to you, Jimmy.
Hello, and a good afternoon.
And we do have Greek here. We also have you. You have a lot of ways to participate. Toll-free number, 877-927-6969. I have a text line in front of me, 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Now that we have Jimmy back in the house, you can send us an email, jimmy@realradio921.com. And you can utilize that talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just search for Real Radio 921. Click on the microphone icon. And just like that, you can leave us a voice message. Speaking of iHeartRadio, heads up, starting next week. 9 a.m. is going to be your first opportunity because we are going to be giving away, we do these $1,000 giveaways. We're going to give away $1,000 plus more. That's just like the little cherry on top. We're giving away a trip for two to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. That's September 20th and 21st, T-Mobile Arena. That's Las Vegas, Nevada. Accommodations, travel, all the things. You don't even have to bring money with you because on top of that, you're going to get $1,000. So make sure you are tuned in this Monday because we are going to be giving away a trip to Las Vegas to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. And a heads up too, this is going to be a text to win prize too. Jimmy, I think it's that time where we do some Florida stories.
What's going on in this state?
Florida.
So many things.
Florida.
Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Did say WTF, and I have never put it out there, but I should. If you have your own crazy Florida stories, you can let us know. Anything you see on these streets, I know we've seen some nutty stuff, and we have this one that we're going to start with first. A Florida man arrested after he lassoed up himself an alligator. Yes, a Florida man has been accused of tying an alligator up against a fence. And then he called 911 saying he found the reptile that way. Robert Collins, 71 and kicking it still, faces a felony charge after injuring the gator without authority. So they said that deputies said, Colin, they arrived to an area 7:30 in the morning and went to capture a gator in the nearby area. So Colin allegedly used a white nylon rope to lasso the gator around its upper jaw. And it does. I saw pictures. It does not look good. Poor thing. And tied the reptile to a handrail. So it looks like one of those like sewer gutter, the big things that you find in a canal.
Right.
And,
okay.
And he's through there and he's got him right above just the top jaw. So his poor mouth is just pried open and he's tied up to the guardrail on the top, the handrail. After capturing the gator, he called 911 to respond so they could respond and told deputies, I found it like this, tied to the handrail. Well, video footage depicted a different story about what happened. There is footage, I'm guessing security, that showed Colin using the white nylon rope to create a loop to catch the gator with it. You can't do that. He said it's a nuisance gator and began eating turtles around there 3 years ago. He's like kicking them up in the air. I watched it and crunching, eating the babies, he said. So he wanted to do something about it. He said he would walk to feed the turtles as therapy for his heart condition. He also admitted to feeding several gators in the area. Come on, dude.
So you feed them.
Yeah, and then you try to capture them for eating your turtles.
They're coming around looking for natural food.
He said he called animal control several times in the past, but did not get any response. So he's like, I'm going to take this matter in my own hands. He said, you have to understand, there's people, kids, dogs, a lot of people up here in this area. He says he didn't lasso the gator, but instead the gator bit at the nylon rope and ended up trapped when he was like trying to change his story.
It's not mine.
Nope. But he was arrested for a felony. And this sucks. And I'm curious why. So he was arrested for a felony. He said he didn't know what he was being charged with. But the gator ultimately had to be euthanized.
Right.
I wonder why, though. Didn't say anything about a tax or anything like that. He just... I don't know, unless he injured it. I don't know.
I was going to say injured where it couldn't heal.
Yeah, that's
type thing.
Yeah. And then next up in your what the Florida, we have fake South Florida insurance agents. We know there's a lot of phonies and scammers out here, but this one did it again. So this person was arrested in January on accusations that he sold Miami car buyers phony insurance policies. Well, he didn't learn his lesson because he was arrested again on Wednesday with 4 additional felony counts after authorities said more victims came forward. William Dill Jr. is again accused of posing as an insurance agent and selling non-existent insurance policies to unsuspecting customers. He's the owner of this business called Gordo's Auto, Inc., registered to an address in Coral Gables. In a deal with prosecutors, he pleaded guilty in April to acting as an insurance agency without a license and was on probation at the time of his arrest. Well, it appears that he sold at least one more victim a fraudulent policy. He's like, let's just do it one more time.
Let's just try.
Just one more time.
It's hard
the
to break
arrest warrant from, shows that the allegations from this victim were 100%. Authorities said they learned they didn't have insurance when they received notices of cancellation for non-payment of driver's license suspensions. And then they called. They were like, Progressive? Do I have insurance? They're like, nope, you don't. And they said Progressive Insurance sent the customer notice stating, in one case, you are not an eligible risk because the policy appears to have been improperly purchased. So they even knew that through an unauthorized agent or broker. So yeah, this guy says that he has sent various victims refunds after being confronted about not having insurance. And he is now being held without bond at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center. And then finally here, this girl went all Carrie Underwood. So first, this guy did some things he shouldn't have done. And this is Alana's boyfriend. His name is Charles Cooler. So Charles Cooler, not so cool because Palm Bay police had to show up at their house. This was back early July. and arrest the 23-year-old dude after an incident. He showed up drunk to their home and telling Alana that he could have more women if he wanted to, and basically that he was going to, prompting an argument. They said that he later did try to hit her, which then sparked his arrest.
Not good.
No, that's why he said not cool. Which then, at least tried, thank goodness he didn't, sparked the arrest. He did face charges of assault, battery, resisting an officer without violence, stemming from that. So while he was in jail, somebody decided to vandalize his car. They said when he went to jail, his car was in good condition. Came back, not so much. They said that his car windows were smashed in, the body was dented, driver's seat was cut open, and there were words scratched into the vehicle. Cheater on the driver's side of the door, and little D on the hood. But they spelled out the D part.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Took time on that.
Oh, that was very nice of
It's about $5,000.
He's going to need a buff job.
About $5,000 worth of damages. They spoke to neighbors. And I kind of overheard Alana saying that she was going to key the word cheater on his car. And then when they talked to her, she was like, no, I was at a friend's house for a few days during his arrest, and I returned home, and his car was like this.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. So she's like, a lot of people know about the incident between those two, but she isn't sure if anyone would take it upon themselves to damage his vehicle. And she said she's willing to assist in any way to help them out, even help pay for his car if she has to. But police did determine that she was the one who was there because she was in the area of the time of the damages. Meant she was responsible, so she was arrested.
Not buying it, huh?
No, and that is your What the Florida. And speaking of, quickly, Carrie Underwood sings that song Before He Cheats. And she is going to be the new judge on American Idol. If you watch that show, Katy Perry stepped down recently, and that's who they're going to fill in. She's going to take the place.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
How about that, huh?
Carrie Underwood, yep.
Back to where she started.
Exactly, yep. She won it. It's 2005, I think I read.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, she won it in 2005, and now she's going to go back home.
Jimmy, you got somebody on hold? For a few
We
people?
do. We have a couple of people on hold. We're going to start with Uncle Al. Uncle Al, welcome to the show. How you doing today, pal?
Hey, what up, everybody?
What up, Uncle Al? How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, ¿qué pasa? What do you say, Grico?
I'm good, buddy. Real good. Everything's going in the right direction. Get ready for football season. And my shrimp is in the cocktail.
Your shrimp? Anyway, what about your shrink? Is he still available?
My shrink's away for a while. Had a little bit of some problems himself, so I'm not seeing my shrink anymore.
Wonder how that happened.
Well, don't worry. You can use mine. I have my retainer.
Okay, good.
Retainer. So, the Yankees, man, they're really starting to piss me off. I mean, they started out on fire, and all of a sudden they just fizzled out. And
That's the problem.
They get all these new guys. I mean, where's the consistency, Greg? What happened to the good old days?
They're gone,
I mean,
and I think the problem with the Yankee fans this year is that they got so jacked up when they first came out of the gate, having that 50 wins and 22 losses, and now it's catching up to them. It's the bats and the relief pitching, and all they got with bats is Soto and Judge, and that's it. You got guys not even hitting their weight. And that's, Rizzo got hurt, even though people weren't happy with him. He was still pretty tough. They're still in it, though. That's a good thing.
I think basically over the last couple of series, especially against Philly, I mean, come on, you go in there and you sweep Philly?
Yeah.
That's pretty hard to do. I mean, that was a good sign right there.
Yeah, they took 2 or 3 from Boston.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they're on the right track. They just have to be more consistent. And and you're right about the relief pitching. It's like hit and miss. Starting pitching is good. I don't know what's happening with Cole again. I think he's.
Well, the starting pitching was good. It was good with that streak, but then they had a run where they didn't even get a starter in the 5th inning for a while. And then what they had to do, they had to keep going to relief pitch, and they burnt it out. And like I said, with the bats, they got Soto and they got Judge. That's it. Stan's hurt again. That's another problem because you're paying them all that money. So the good thing for the Yankees is they're in a bad tailspin. They were, and they're still only a couple games out of first place.
A couple. So they're a couple behind Baltimore, then, is what you're saying.
Yes, they are, yeah. I don't know the exact number. I don't have it in front of me, but they're a few out. But the good thing with the Yanks is the Orioles got Cleveland this week, and the Yankees got Toronto. This is a weekend where they should win, the Yanks.
Guess what? Cleveland is what? They're in first place in their division, aren't they?
Yep, they both are.
Yeah.
I mean, right now the Yankees are tied with Baltimore. Excuse me, they're tied. They're even.
They're tied. Okay.
So that's good.
Well, have you seen what was going on with DJ LeMahieu? All of a sudden, he's starting to hit the ball again.
Yeah, which is great because that guy won a batting title twice, not once, twice, and he just went a tapioca for a long time.
Yeah, in 2 different leagues.
Yeah,
he did it in the American and the National League, and now he's going to right field like he should be going. And then he hit that grand slam the other day, and now he's really putting his body behind the swings instead of swinging it in the dirt. Like remember Sariano? Remember that guy? He used to swing. He used to swing at pitches 10 feet outside the plate.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
it was good for a while, but I think the Yankees will make the playoffs. I don't think they have enough to win a World Series.
Well, it all depends on what they do. I mean, what happens? What is the deadline passed yet?
It's done.
The trade deadline, or
it's done.
They
just they're finished with that. They just got a reliever. That was it. Well, then they got the kid from the Marlins playing third base too, who's been really hot as a firecracker.
Oh, Cabrera?
No, I forget his name. It eludes me right now. The third baseman. I forget. Young kid. He's been really hitting good.
Well, that's Cabrera.
Cabrera. Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, another Latino.
Yeah, he's doing really good. He's hit a bunch of home runs. But Al, how's everything else? More important, how are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Great. Things are good. I walk into a restaurant, girls look at me, they're whispering, and, they just, they have a nice little conversation. I walk over to them and say, what's so funny? They tell me that I'm handsome. So, what can I tell you? I just go with it. I can't do anything about it.
It's a problem, a nice problem to have. Where are you living now? You still in Costa Rica or you're back here?
No, the Cayman Islands.
You're still in the Cayman Islands? Wow. That's awesome.
No. I'm back here now.
Okay.
And, I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
So anyway, I got to shoot out of here. And where you been hanging out? You still over at Scores or wherever?
Monroe's? Yeah, sometimes I'm at Monroe's, but I'm in Boca, so just email Jimmy and I'll get with you. All right?
You moved to Boca?
Yeah, a while ago.
All right, well, I have your number, so I'll give you a call or a text you, and then we'll go from there.
All right, brother. You stay out of trouble. Good to hear your voice.
All right.
Peace. Jimmy, who do we have next?
Next up, we have Michael on the line. Hey, Michael, welcome to the Penthouse.
Michael?
All right, and we'll try Bob. Bob, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, guys. It's good to hear Al's voice, too. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Anyway, the gator story that you had, typically, in Florida anyway, if it's over 4 feet and it's been in contact with humans, they have to euthanize it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why they did that.
Really? Okay. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, they can't release it unless it was injured. I mean, that might have been a cause too. But typically, if it's over 4 feet and it's been in contact with humans, they have to get rid of it. So.
Okay, that makes sense because the guy did admit to feeding the gators too. So maybe that was
true.
Yeah, well, he's just an idiot.
Yeah,
so.
Sounds like it. Well, thank you for the info because I didn't know why.
Yeah, no worries. All right, guys.
Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Take care.
Take care, Bob. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening, as always, to Real Radio. Had a big giveaway today. We always have a giveaway for you guys. So always keep your ears on because you want a big prize, maybe a concert, maybe a gift card for New York Prime, or one of the big parks that we have in South Florida. You always got an opportunity, and we want to thank you.
Do you guys want to talk about little things that are going on this weekend? It's not a big list, but we got some stuff.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then we got some misspeaks. You know what? Let's do misspeaks first because I'm sorry to confuse. It was just during those call because we got a few that came in the text line, and we still have our misspeak for this hour too.
Well, we can use these requests for our misspeak for this hour if you'd like. And I saw they. Do you want to cue them up from anybody? So I have all three ready.
We have a few. One's very easy, and I'll go through the two texts.
Okay.
It says we just have please play misspeak 8 and 16. We got there, and then We have Brett from Melbourne listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Franny Greek and Jimothy. Happy birthday to Greek's mother, Jules. Welcome back, Jimothy. Hope you didn't sit on a plane next to the lady Franny sat with.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you about that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh. Miss Stink Bomb. I felt so bad for her and surrounding passengers because nobody wants to smell your dirty-ass body. It's true. Can Jimmy please play Miss Speak number? I'm not. I still taste it. Can Jimmy please? Can Jimmy please play Miss Week number 29 for the number of Summer Olympic Games? Thank you. Money is on the dresser. So we got 8, 16, and 29.
All right, we'll start with the first two. We'll just go in order, numerical order. And here is Greek Misspeak number 8.
This is your Greek Misspeak review.
Hi, Greek. What's afternoon?
What's afternoon with you?
You know what I'm saying? We go where the butter is if we want to put bread on it.
Wow, perfect.
But yeah, no, he was he played jive talkie at the end.
Excuse me?
I've been telling you, I've had good success. I'm mailing these bitches off to like the middle of the East or whatever.
Wait, what?
Because then if you come home and if I paint outside the lanes, then it's not good. Then I have to take a Pepto Bismol.
Oh, what?
11:55 on your FM dial.
You're brilliant!
Cash and money will always separate most friendships.
Cash and money.
Both.
They'll be crashed. 2 sheets to the wind. I did have a girl one time bet me in the bedroom something with time. And
you lost that one.
Was it a photo finish?
Well, first of all, I didn't know where the big hand was.
Nobody did.
There was a third hand. I was like, whose hand is that?
All right, and we'll double that and make it Greek Misspeak number 16.
This is your Greek Misspeak review.
Sometimes I'll feel it in the shower.
I feel good!
This could be bigging for the banking industry.
Bang, 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 bang.
For the All-Star game, Fianza. You go to a game, even if you're by yourself and you're going with your friends.
I'm so confused.
What's Jimmy's name? Jimmy's up there.
It's Jimmy.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, my goodness.
What's your name?
They got engaged. He's like 69. She's 33.
Yeah,
his
something like
daughters
that.
are older than him. Nope. Stay where your brother's better.
B-R-E-A-D. I love bread and bread loves me.
Glad you're with us. Johnny will be here momentarily. You want delivery and stuff like that, maybe get off your ass. I don't know, and go in. But it sucks because then information is out there, and then you get bandwidgled, and then you got a big issue.
No, not issues, different issues.
Like
I used a Greekism to respond to a Greekism. And for Brett, right? It was number 29 for Brett. All right, here you go, Brett.
This is your Greek Misspeak review.
Crazy. And people are buying them.
T-shirt.
Hat cakes.
What did you say?
You find the monkey in the middle of the night when all the lights are closed. You got to know where he was.
Girl, are you for real?
Well, I think the biggest thing with self-checkout for a lot of people, and especially people, say not millenniums or older.
Imagine if you were an announcer you can barely understand, but you're not quite sure what he said.
So if you're going to kickback class 7 in the morning, that's great for you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Every day it was number 8, number 9, number 10. Like, you got to diffuse the balloon.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I mean, come on. Helicopter drives by, drops down a ladder, middle of the night. El Chavo!
El Chavo!
Is now dumber for having listened to it.
That was awesome.
There you go.
That was good.
That was great. Oh, my God. So glad you're back. It is the Penthouse on a Friday. Are you getting ready for the weekend? Because I am. I am ready. After last night's preseason game, I feel like I could jump a building and a leap bound. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Here's the limited amount I know about earthquakes, okay? I believe this is right. But I think it matters a lot how deep the earthquake was. I could be wrong, but I
feel it more if it's deeper.
I think
sex reference.
Yeah, I think so.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Expressways up to speed along the Palm Beaches. No major delays on the Turnpike or 95. We do have road work. State Road 7, but 4 Southern. Left lane blocked, causing a delay. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Are you an experienced HVAC tech or installer? If you are, listen up. Yo, it's Jason, and Arnold's Air Conditioning is hiring now. Online at arnoldsairconditioning.net. They are family-owned and family-focused. Health insurance? Yep. PTO? Yep. You can earn up to $96,000 plus bonuses. You heard me, $96K plus bonuses. So if you're an experienced HVAC tech or installer, get to their hiring event in Stuart this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. Whether you're a free agent or looking to get to a better team, get to their hiring event this Saturday. Further details on Arnold's Air Conditioning's Facebook page.
When the going gets tough, the tough get Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home. Our storm catcher screens and shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, Storm Smart ensures your experience from purchase through installation is seamless. We know what it takes to keep your home safe, livable, and beautiful. Because Smart is making it easy to protect your home. And Smart is simple. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
High five! Up top. Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep. Dave's feeling it, but it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! Ends 8/21/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to what's happening right now at the Olympics on 2 Guys, 5 Rings, the essential iHeart podcast for the Summer Games.
Have you ever carried a torch for someone?
It's all about the athletes.
Simone Biles is about to be taken on the ride of her life astrologically.
And the culture.
I'm Matt Rogers.
And I'm Bowen Yang.
We're the 2 guys.
Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 Guys, 5 Rings, and start listening.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America NA. Copyright 2024.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Friday. See some scattered thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Hot and humid, highs in the low 90s. Got a heat advisory in effect. The heat index will go up to around 110. It's going to get soggy, though, as we move through the weekend. A tropical system impacting us, bringing increased rain chances as we move through your Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America NA. Copyright 2024.
Hey there, folks. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes here from the Amy and TJ podcast.
That's right. We are bringing you the tea from Paris every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, tea from Paris. I don't know if we're married to that name, but the point is, we'll tell you what's going on. We'll tell you what's hot, what's not.
Bottom line, everything you need to know that's going on in Paris during the 2024 games, you're going to get it from us.
Listen to Amy and TJ on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Amy and TJ and start listening.
Greeks Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Real Radio 92.1. We are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Friday. I hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Thanks for listening to R&I. Oh, R&R, we always appreciate you guys. You are the best. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey.
We're going to get into a trifecta and tell you a couple things that you can do this weekend.
Riders up. It's Greeks Trifecta.
All right, if you're looking for people with money tonight, maybe go to the Hamptons. There is a fundraiser that is going to cost $25,000 just to attend. That's not counting valet. And if you want a picture snapshot with former President Mr. Trump, it's $50,000. I got to start raising my prices. My God, $50,000. I'm too cheap. I got to raise my prices. Last night, guess what happened? There was a preseason football game, and the Bears won 21-17. It was called after 3 quarters because of rain. Made no friggin' sense. Does it sound like I had the Bears? Yes. Am I angry? Yes. But we won. That's the good thing. And the game went over. So hats off to our good friend Dominic, who won some money and is floating around here like he's Peter Pan. So, Dom, enjoy. Do whatever you can. Get some lap dances at Monroe's on me.
Love a good jiggle.
Nice. The Mets are out in California taking on the Angels, and the Yankees are home against Toronto, and they better win. That's what I'm telling you. And that is your last Greeks Trifecta of the day. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold? Am I mistaken?
I haven't screened it
All
yet.
right, sorry.
So
Let's go to Franny. Fred,
Go to me.
Go to you. You got some things to do this weekend?
I have a lot of things to do. No, there's a few things going on this weekend, and I will let you know what to do.
Wow, you're
as I
what are you angry about? What are you yelling about?
All right. Today's the busiest out of all the days. If you got some girls, I bet you they're probably fans of the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, where's it at?
They're playing at Hard Rock Live.
Oh, I'm going.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Jimmy, you want to go tonight or tomorrow night?
Go check out the Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers?
Hard Rock Live.
You're bringing them out on stage, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a T-shirt.
I was going to hold her jock.
That'll be different.
A little.
Then you have other things. You will catch me at this concert tonight. Slightly Stupid, Dirty Heads, also Common Kings, and Elevators. That starts at 6 o'clock. Elevators are on right there, 30 minutes if you're a fan of Elevators. Make sure they're at 6, but Slightly Stupid, Dirty Heads, of course, the headliners at, I Think, Financial Amphitheater this evening.
I wanted to go to that.
You have no idea who any of them are. My
Slightly
buddy,
Stupid.
Oh, my goodness. My buddy Rob with his THC band are going to be performing tonight. That is, THC stands for the Happiness Club. But they're going to be performing tonight, 8 o'clock. So make sure you are there. They're fantastic musicians. They do all kinds of covers. And this is going to be going on 8 o'clock. And that is in Wellington, the village of Wellington. Actually, let me see exactly.
Do they do any songs or just covers?
What? What? Are you what? They're at the Village Music Wellington, I believe is what it's called. There you go. So that is 8 o'clock. Then Coastal Karma Brewing, another great local band, Girlfriend Material. They're going to be playing at 7 p.m. That's in Lake Park, a really nice little brewery if you have not been there. It's a great venue to watch live music. Then what else we have going on? Oh, our buddy Carmine with Carmen and Megan in the Mornings, Ball 95.5. I know he's going to be part of this. I did it 1 year.
That's right. We went.
And not doing it again. Well, I would do it, but I really want to go to this concert tonight. But it's the oyster eating contest at Lucky Shuck happening once again.
He should do good. He's got a big mouth.
That's going on this evening. I told him to eat for me. Yeah.
I'm not going to see Carmine.
Yes.
Free food, he's in.
Oh, of course. That kid, he's got 3 hands.
I'm telling you, if you want to be grossed out, go watch the oyster eating contest.
It was tough.
I watched videos of me doing it, and I ate 49 in 90 seconds. I was disgusted with myself.
I believe that.
Yeah. Well, the guy who won was 100. So I said if I ever did it again, I love oysters, and that kind of for at least for a week ruined it for me. I was back on the oyster train after that. I was like, I know I'm not going to take down 100 oysters, so I'm just going to get a glass of champagne and leisurely eat my oysters and enjoy them.
Exactly the way they should be.
Why take them down that fast when you know you're not going to win?
You did a great job, though.
The dude who won, like I said, 100. I did half.
Well, if you take away 51 of his, you would have won.
There you go.
That's all you had to do. Give me a 51 handicap.
Oh, goodness. If you like a little,
51 and a half.
If you like bull riding in your life, professional bull riders going out at Amarant Bank Arena. That is tonight through Sunday.
That's where I'm going.
And this is cool. Loggerhead Marine Life Center in Juneau Beach. They're doing a hatchling release tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's romantic.
Not so romantic. Let's see. Then you have Stormhouse Brewing. That's North Palm Beach. My mother-in-law works there. Say hi to Penny. They are doing a luau party.
Can I get a discount?
Saturday. They're doing a luau party on Saturday. Then Lego Show Brick Universe. Sounds interesting. Lego Show Brick Universe is going at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Event Center, Port St. Lucie, tomorrow and Sunday. And then, of course, where G-Man's going to be Miami Dolphins open practice at the Hard Rock Stadium training facility, weather permitting, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. They're saying the weather's going to be the worst on Sunday.
Yeah, so it should be fine.
And if you like country music, Kane Brown will be at Hard Rock Live and Hard Rock Stadium. We got some more football if weather's okay. We got Canes Fest.
Oh, is it Sunday?
Yeah, Canes.
Oh, that sucks because it's going to rain so bad.
Yeah, so
Sebastian
weather permitting, Canes Fest.
Sebastian, where's some rubbers?
Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium. And there you go for things going on this weekend.
Thank you so much, Francis. Great job. Gave you a couple things you guys can do. And if you want to take our advice, great. If you don't, kiss it. Jimmy, who do we got on hold?
We got our friend Mike from Green Acres checking in with us. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy, welcome back. Franny, welcome back. Reek, welcome back.
I didn't leave. I didn't go anywhere.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to say hi.
Anyways, right.
Anyway, I'm starting to sound like Jorge with that. Anyway, Greek, I have a quick question about baseball.
Sure.
I know you're... Okay, why is it that when they go into extra innings, they have to put a man at second?
They started that. They changed the rule because they want the games to go faster. So it's obviously easier to score a run when you got a guy on second base. That's one of the rule changes baseball has made, along with the clock for the pitcher, to speed up the game because so many people bitch for so many years that it took too long. So when they go in extra innings, they start a guy on second base.
Well, that could have ruined the chances for the Yankees the other night when they were up 7-6 and they put a man on second right off the bat. That's what, I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah, they changed it. But that was only extra innings. The Yankees were tied 6-6 going into the extra innings. Then they went up 1, and then Philly ended up having that situation. That was an exciting game, though. It felt like a playoff game watching that Yankee game.
Oh, that was great. They haven't lost the game since, I think, Chisholm came in, right?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Stay hot this weekend. Toronto's a team they should beat.
Right. It should be good. Yeah. And, I should be heading up to Lucky Shuck in a few hours, I guess, for the oyster eating contest.
No, that's always fun. That's a lot of fun.
I know Joe... Yeah, get to see Joe Namath again. I know he'll be there.
Yeah, that's right. Joe Willie will be there. It's a great place, great restaurants, great atmosphere.
Great.
If you see Carmine, tell him Greek says you suck.
All right, I'll definitely pull that one out.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I don't think he remembers my name, but I know who he knows who I am.
Oh, Carmine's a nice guy. He just looked for food. He's always filling his pockets.
Yeah, I'm going to look for Carmine and Mo and Sally. I think they'll both be there.
Cool. All right. Well, you have a great time tonight, and maybe your next scratch-off will be $1 million.
I was one number away from the pick 5 for $416.
Oh, that would be
play
sweet.
It like, I play straight, and I play straight box.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would have made up for the money I spent for the week, so for the lottery. So that would have been nice. One lousy number. Yeah.
$415,000 would make up for the money you spent this week?
No, $415.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow, you had some week.
No. I'm not that lucky.
All right, brother.
Anyway.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for listening, as always.
Thank you, and have a great weekend.
You too, brother. Peace.
Bye-bye.
877-927-6969. If you wanted to think about what I should eat tonight, let us know. Call us. Should I have shrimp cocktail or a steak? 877
Decisions.
I know.
6969. Did you have something about high school or you have somebody on hold?
I do. We'll get to that right after we talk to Evan. Okay. Evan, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, everyone. Doing well, thanks.
Evan, what's up, buddy?
Well, I'm going to make this short and sweet. Y'all have a good weekend, and happy birthday, Jules.
Oh, thank you, Evan. It's very nice of you. I called her this morning. She did her traditional when I called, who's this? Then I said, it's G. She's like, oh, G, what's going on? Aren't you working right now? Would you stay home? I said, no, I'm calling you on a break. So my brother's taking her out to dinner tonight, and we're going to do a little FaceTime, and she's excited. I'm just going to try to get up there and see her. But thank you for the well wishes.
Sure. Yeah, I lost my mother 10 years ago, and I wish I could call her,
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I talk about that all the time with your parents. If you have them, you're lucky. I lost my dad. It sucks, and that's the feeling I have. The other night I was just sitting there thinking, man, I wish I could pick up the phone. So that's why you got to appreciate everybody in life when they're here.
Sure do.
So, but Evan, thank you for the kind wish, and I hope you have a great weekend. Go Yanks.
Go Yanks, and enjoy. I hope you have good weather down there. And make a good report on how everybody looks down there at the Dolphin Stadium.
I definitely will. We're going to do some social media, a couple of videos, some Instagram, and we'll see what happens. And I'm going to ask Tua for $20. See what he says.
Make it 25.
Yeah, because he signed. Yeah. I'll go 25. I want to stand out. Thank you, brother.
All right, guys. Have fun.
You too.
Take care, Evan. Well, here's something that we've been talking about. And speaking of social media can get high school kids into a lot of trouble, but not any longer in a Michigan high school. Because why? They banned cell phones. Ooh. This is at East Jackson High School in Michigan. They adopted a no cell phone policy last year. So it's already been going on, and they already have the results of it. And believe it or not only are the parents happy about this, but even the students were happy about it. Distractions in the classroom were just one reason why they had that new rule. But Superintendent Jeff Punches says threats of bullying were the final straw. They made it easy for him to say, that's it. No more phones.
Yeah, I guess it's easy, especially if you're like kids don't have your phone number to send you bullying messages via social and stuff like that you're reading in real time, right, while you're in class.
Well, you know how it is. You get behind a keyboard and a computer screen, and you're a lot tougher than you are face to face, right? So a lot of times that'll drop off. The results have been somewhat unpredictable, though. Like I said, both parents and students were happy with the new rules. Without a ringtone telling students where to look, students were more engaged than ever. Superintendent Jeff Punches, as I was already talking about, he says, I think it's good for the overall health of kids. They're just so addicted to social media. And I think when we get to school, we have to be a healthy, safe place for children. Before the ban, teachers and staff would notice almost no person-to-person engagement. No one talking to one another, and not only in the classroom, but this was happening even during social time, like, lunchtime or after school activities, where the students aren't even engaging with one another.
They aren't when they're at home either.
Yeah, well, this is true too, to some extent. But now they are. As a result, Cook says the rule cut behavioral referrals by 40%. And that's, as far as bullying and disciplinary problems that has cut 40%. Students will tell you they're enjoying it a little bit more because of the authenticity going to the classroom and actually engaging with one another. I was surprised by that. I mean, the fact that the students were even happy about it. And let me tell you something. This past 4 days while I was away, very little social media. It's good. Matter of fact, the only thing that I did was when it was late at night and I wanted to put together a couple of those videos. And that was just more for pleasure than it really was for engaging with social media itself. It felt great to disconnect. I didn't look on Facebook much at all. I didn't look much on Instagram or even TikTok. And it was good to get away from the social media and the grind that it is. And it can be. And of course, it's our own doing. We do it on to ourselves. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody.
And a lot of it is work related too.
Well, I mean, some of that, yeah. But just my own personal usage of social media is because we were away, because we were with family, and that was more important.
To be in the moment.
Yeah, to be in the moment. Yep. And I mean, I took a lot of video with the kids and everything.
That's cool.
And even some golfing with the guys on Sunday. So, but outside of that, I really tried to stay away from it. And here's another good example. And you know what? I hope more high schools look into this. I know that there's a product out there that they can that some of these schools are purchasing. So when a student gets to school, they put their cell phone into a pouch, and the pouch gets locked away, and it can't be opened until you leave. That's cool. And you can get it back. And I don't know, it's a great way. Plus, that also keeps people from stealing or losing their phones too. Yeah. That might be a little side effect that you get with that. But I was kind of surprised that the students were happy about this too. So hey, good for them. And
they might feel the same way too. Less to focus on. Don't worry about Susie or Joey texting you. Let's meet later. Work just on school. Or did you see what happened? There was a fight or this argument, or can you see what she's wearing? I mean, all that stuff's all gone.
All that and less bullying.
Yeah, well, the bullying's bad. That definitely sucks. Tori Spelling said the other day that she might have to go on OnlyFans to pay for her kids' college. She's got 5 kids. Went through that divorce. It's amazing. Her father was very successful, one of the most successful guys in television in Hollywood for years. And had a falling out, didn't get what she, I guess, thought she was going to get. And now she's saying she might have to do OnlyFans to pay for her kids' college. She has 5 kids. That is crazy. And how successful do you think that page will be?
I think she'll do okay.
Yeah.
I think successful enough to help get her kids through college.
Yeah. It's just crazy when you hear stuff like that somebody like that's going to be involved with that and, get to that level. But she's got 5 kids, and they're going to be going to school. And a few of them obviously are going to be overlapping each other. So she said that's something that she might have to do.
Was that one of those situations where the famous and wealthy parent of Hollywood said, I'm not giving my children a hand, a leg up in life just because we have money in the family? Wasn't there something like that?
From what I remember, she got money from her dad, but nowhere near what you would have thought.
It was a small amount.
It was
she
a very,
did.
yeah, it was a very small amount. And again, he was like a gazillionaire.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so.
I think they, for a long time, they had the biggest home in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, the mom said that her spending habits, Tori's spending habits, were a factor in the size of her inheritance.
Yeah.
They were afraid that she was going to just blow it
Go
all.
nuts,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
So that's what they did. And then plus, obviously, the divorce. And she hasn't really acted for a long time because, she has the kids and stuff like that. But that's what she said. So we'll see what happens. She might be on OnlyFans. We're on Real Radio every day, baby. 92.1 R&R. And we're all back, and we're excited to get ready for the rest of the summer and for football season. Jimmy, great job. Glad you came back, and glad you had a nice time. You were missed.
Well, thank you very much, Greek. Missed both you and Francis and you. Thank you again for all the well wishes I got during our vacation, and thank you for also listening.
Franny, 5 days is not enough for me, but I know it works for you. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for everything you do. You are my inspiration every day. You're the reason I get up and I look in the mirror and I say, wow, am I lucky?
It's not your face.
I said I look in the mirror.
I know. That's what I meant. That's why I said that. No, thank you, Jimmy. Of course, it's great to have you back. And G-Man, thank you for everything. And of course, without you, there'd be no us. And I mean, thank you listening. We appreciate you. Have a fantastic weekend. G-Man, do you have parting words?
Yeah, we won last night, so kiss my ass. I'm celebrating all weekend long. Come find me, bitches. Peace.
That all the other radio stations listen to. You're welcome. Real Radio 92.1.
iHeartRadio Olympics Update.
Kate Douglas has her first career gold medal after coming out on top of the 200-meter breaststroke of the Paris Olympics.
I didn't even know if it was a possibility for me, and it's just so exciting.
Team USA's Katie Ledecky will try to qualify for the 800-meter freestyle today in her chance to add to her Olympic record medal collection. On the track, Sha'Carri Richardson breezed into the semis of the women's 100 meters.
For NBC's live coverage from Paris, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Boca Raton accident, St. Andrews Boulevard approaching North Verde Trail. Expressways look good along the Palm Beaches. We're up to speed on 95. Turnpike, accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Saucy Nugs, a whole new way to nug. The best nugs are now even better. Wendy's new Saucy Nugs take the nugs you love and sauce them up in bold flavors, including buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, and spicy ghost pepper. Try them all today. For a whole new way to nug, it's gotta be Wendy's, a participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's.